Chapter 803. Rin Xiao Yao heaved a sigh of relief when she found out that the person who came was Li Xiaojie, not Qin Feng's lover, and that Qin Feng didn't bring her here to play perverted SM. She held her breath and didn't dare to move. The wardrobe wasn't very spacious, and there were some clothes inside. Qin Feng and Little Demon stood inside, and they almost filled the entire wardrobe. Their bodies were tightly pressed together, and even their faces were touching. Rin Xiao Yao had never been so intimate with a man before. She was so embarrassed that her entire body was boiling hot, like a small heater. The wardrobe was not ventilated to begin with, and now the two of them were immediately covered in hot sweat. Their skin was stuck together, and it was too ambiguous. Tap, tap, tap. Li Xiaojie's footsteps came from outside, as well as the sound of high heels. "Darling, I've missed you to death." There was a woman behind Li Xiaojie. She was tall and sexy and had heavy makeup on. She wore pitifully few clothes, and just looking at her made one want to pounce on her and press her down. Li Xiaojie didn't waste any time. As soon as he entered the room, he pulled the woman to the side of the bed. He was like a crazed beast as he tore at the woman's stockings and qipao. Whoosh! Whoosh! The tearing sounds were extremely ear-piercing. Qin Feng and Rin Xiao Yao, who were hiding in the wardrobe, felt their mouths go dry. The woman's clothes were quickly torn off, and Li Xiaojie pressed down on her and became wild. Pa! Li Xiaojie held a belt in his hand and used it to whip the woman's smooth back. "Scream louder, scream as loud as you can." The woman pressed down by Li Xiaojie didn't know if it was because she was hurt by the belt or because she felt really good, but her cries pierced through the sky. There was a big show on the side of the bed. Li Xiaojie was so excited that he didn't notice that there were two people hiding in the wardrobe watching him. Qin Feng and Rin Xiao Yao both reacted. They were both normal men and women, so it would be strange if they weren't excited after seeing this scene. "Ah! You, Rin Xiao Yao's eyes suddenly widened, and she almost cried out. Luckily, Qin Feng covered her mouth in time, so she didn't make too much noise. Rin Xiao Yao stuck to Qin Feng's body, and her mouth was covered. Her pretty face was so embarrassed that it could drip water. Rin Xiao Yao felt a change in Qin Feng's body. Something was poking at her, making her uncomfortable. Even if Rin Xiao Yao hadn't experienced that before, she wasn't an idiot. She immediately understood what was going on. Qin Feng's face was full of awkwardness. He couldn't control this kind of thing. Who told Li Xiaojie to play so wildly outside? Qin Feng already tried his best to control his emotions, but little Qin Tian still disobeyed and became active. Rin Xiao Yao could tolerate Qin Feng hugging her and sticking their bodies together. However, Qin Feng's physical changes meant that he had bad intentions towards her. This time, Rin Xiao Yao couldn't tolerate it no matter what. There was very little space in the wardrobe. Rin Xiao Yao started to struggle with all her might. Seeing that Rin Xiao Yao was banging against the wardrobe, Qin Feng suddenly lowered his head and kissed Rin Xiao Yao's lips. Rin Xiao Yao's body stiffened, and she suddenly stopped struggling. She stared at Qin Feng with her large, watery eyes. This was her first kiss. Qin Feng's kissing skills were superb, and he quickly aroused Rin Xiao Yao. Rin Xiao Yao felt as if she had been electrocuted. She felt dizzy, and her entire body fell into Qin Feng's embrace without any strength. The battle outside was extremely intense. Qin Feng hugged Rin Xiao Yao in the wardrobe and kissed her until she was dizzy. Both of them were sweating profusely. Rin Xiao Yao's hair was wet and stuck to her face. However, it was this feeling that made Rin Xiao Yao even more wild and alluring. It also made Qin Feng incomparably excited. Qin Feng kissed obsessively, and Rin Xiao Yao flew in the sky with Qin Feng. She had no intention of stopping. After kissing for an unknown amount of time, the intense activity outside had already stopped. Rin Xiao Yao suddenly came back to her senses and immediately pushed Qin Feng away as if she had been electrocuted. "Get out!" Li Xiaojie's cold voice came from outside. This person was really shameless. After playing with that woman, he immediately chased her away. This was the beauty's first time serving Li Xiaojie. For a moment, she was dumbfounded and didn't know what to do. "Motherfucker, I told you to fuck off." Li Xiaojie suddenly became angry and kicked the woman to the ground. Seeing this, Ren Xiaoyao gritted her teeth in anger. She couldn't help but glare at Qin Feng. It was as if she was saying, "If you dare to treat me like this in the future, I'll castrate you." The woman screamed in pain, but she was also afraid of Li Xiaojie. She quickly grabbed her clothes and ran out of the room without even putting them on. The room instantly fell silent. Qin Feng and Ren Xiaoyao both held their breaths. Li Xiaojie lay on the bed and took out his phone to make a call. "How are the preparations?" Li Xiaojie's voice was cold when the call connected. The phone wasn't on speaker, but with Qin Feng's hearing, he could still hear the voice clearly. "Young Master Li, everything is ready. Once the pill conference ends tomorrow, those people won't be able to escape." "Has my master come out of seclusion?" Li Xiaojie continued to ask. "Elder Ghostface Hillman has just broken through, so he hasn't come out yet. But he will definitely be here tomorrow. Young Master Li, don't worry. Those idiots only know how to concoct pills. They're all rookies when it comes to fighting. All right, let's call more people. After all, this is a major event that involves so many pills. We can't let our guard down." Li Xiaojie hung up the phone. Qin Feng and Ren Xiaoyao, who were hiding in the closet, had an unreadable expression on their faces. Li Xiaojie's phone call had exposed the verdant sex plan. It turned out that the reason they had provided the venue for the Elixir Conference was so that they could control all the participating teams on the last day of the competition and snatch away the elixirs refined during the competition. There were a total of 33 teams participating in this alchemy conference. Just from the 2 matches that had already ended, they had already refined a lot of inner Yuan Dan and consolidating Qi Dan. And tomorrow's Alchemy King competition was the production stage of high-grade Dawn. Every participating team's alchemist would bring out their strongest strength to refine all kinds of powerful Dawn. So many pills were a huge fortune. The verdant sect was really daring to set their sights on these pills. Ren Xiaoyao was so angry that she started to struggle in Qin Feng's arms. It seemed like she wanted to kill Li Xiaojie. Qin Feng hastily held Ren Xiaoyao tightly to prevent her from moving. The verdant sect was one of the 3 sects of China. After witnessing the power of the Dragon sect and the Hong sect, Qin Feng could guess how powerful the verdant sect was. Otherwise, Qin Feng would have killed Li Xiaojie and Ghostface Hillman when he first saw them. Qin Feng held Ren Xiaoyao down and shook his head. Ghostface Mountain Man was a Stage 7 Inner Qi cultivator, and his strength was comparable to a Stage 9 Inner Qi martial artist. Qin Feng didn't want to fight them head-on when he heard that Ghostface Mountain Man had broken through again. "Qin Feng, you fucking made me suffer. One day, I'll capture you alive and replace you with the heart of a wolf and the kidneys of a dog. I'll let you have a taste of what it feels like to be neither human nor ghost." Li Xiaojie suddenly jumped up from the bed and yelled like a madman. Ren Xiaoyao was so scared that she hugged Qin Feng tightly. She was glad that she didn't rush out of the room. This man was a monster, just like a beast. Qin Feng was amused when he heard Li Xiaojie's yelling. He was hiding in the room. "Where do you think you can find me?" After a while, Li Xiaojie put on his clothes and left the room. It seemed like he went out to find a woman to vent his anger on. "Phew, it's so hot. It's all your fault. Why did you come to this madman's room? That man is so disgusting. Are all men so perverted when they do that?" As soon as Li Xiaojie left, Ren Xiaoyao pushed open the wardrobe door and ran out. She felt refreshed, as if a spring breeze was caressing her face. Qin Feng followed her out. When he saw Ren Xiaoyao's drenched qipao and her messy hair, Qin Feng's eyes burned with passion. Why are you staring at me like that?" Ren Xiaoyao suddenly tensed up and retreated in fear. Qin Feng smirked and said, "Are all men perverts? Do you want me to give you a taste?" "Ah, you pervert! I'll beat you to death!" Ren Xiaoyao screamed in fear. She waved her fists and hammered Qin Feng's chest. Qin Feng didn't feel any pain. He felt it was as comfortable as a massage. "All right, let's hurry up and leave. Maybe that monster will bring back a new woman in a while." Qin Feng grabbed Ren Xiaoyao's arm and pulled her away. "Qin Feng, that pervert is trying to frame everyone. Should we inform everyone?" Ren Xiaoyao became worried after leaving Li Xiaojie's room. Qin Feng had been thinking about this problem. The verdant sect was a powerful force. Moreover, they were well prepared this time. Qin Feng wasn't confident that he could destroy the verdant sect's plan with his own strength. However, Qin Feng didn't plan to inform everyone. Should the alchemy conference continue? Or did the verdant sect have a mole among the participating teams? If the news was leaked, everyone would die even earlier. Let's not talk about it for now. I'll deal with this. Just pretend that you don't know anything. Qin Feng quickly came up with a plan. Ren Xiaoyao was still worried. The verdant sect is one of the 3 sects in China. It's a huge heretic organization. How are you going to deal with them alone? Don't get yourself killed. Qin Feng felt that he had not helped Ren Xiaoyao in vain when he saw that she still cared about him. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Qin Feng looked at Ren Xiaoyao proudly. He believed that charisma was something that he was born with. No woman could resist it. Ah, that's not what I meant. You still have to help Saint Medic in the competition tomorrow. Don't delay it. The smile on Qin Feng's face froze when he heard Ren Xiaoyao's words. He loosened his grip on Ren Xiaoyao's waist and walked away in a huff. The 2 of them went to look for Hua Yin. The 3 of them had dinner together. After dinner, Ren Xiaoyao returned to her room. Qin Feng sent Hua Yin back to her room and left. Big brother Qiao, you finally contacted me. Qin Feng called Zhang Ye as soon as he left the room. Where are you? Qin Feng asked. I'm in my room. Room 413. Okay, I'll come over now. Qin Feng hung up the phone and arrived at room 413 shortly after. The door was already open. Qin Feng's figure flashed and appeared in the room. Big brother Qiao, I missed you so much. Have you taken a bath? I'll prepare some hot water for you. The soap is ready. For the past few days, Zhang Ye didn't even dare to acknowledge Qin Feng. He finally had a stomach full of flattery to say. However, as soon as he opened his mouth, Qin Feng retreated in fear. Could this brat have a problem with his sexual orientation? I have something important to discuss with you. Let's talk in the inner room. Qin Feng put on a serious face. The 2 of them sat on the sofa in the inner room. Zhang Ye poured tea for Qin Feng. Qin Feng took a sip and cleared his throat. Then he asked, Do you know Li Xiaojie? Li Xiaojie? He's the organizer of the medicinal pill conference. Feng Yun Fun City belongs to him, right? Zhang Ye's puzzled expression told Qin Feng that he didn't know Li Xiaojie. Chapter 804. Li Xiaojie was merely a disciple of a prominent family in Yunhai City, and Yunhai City was only a 3rd-tier city. You know about the verdant sect, right? Qin Feng changed the way he phrased it. Suddenly, Zhang Ye straightened his back and said with a serious face, Of course I know about the verdant sect. This evil sect has killed countless people. It is said that they have been conducting experiments on human subjects to find the fastest way to break through. The dragon sect has been keeping an eye on them for a long time. Qin Feng did not expect that the dragon sect had listed the verdant sect as an evil sect. Why didn't the dragon sect send more people to eradicate the verdant sect once and for all? Zhang Ye smiled bitterly and said, Big brother Qiao, the verdant sect is a group of crazy evil cultivators. They have many disciples, and every one of them is powerful. It is not easy to deal with them. Moreover, the verdant sect has many bases. The dragon sect has been investigating for a long time and destroyed a few of their bases, but they are nothing compared to the overall strength of the verdant sect. Although Qin Feng had been enemies with the verdant sect for a long time, he did not know much about them. After listening to Zhang Ye's explanation, Qin Feng finally understood the situation. Fortunately, he stopped Xiaoyao. Otherwise, even if he killed Li Xiaojie, he would not be able to leave Heping Town. After that, Zhang Ye looked at Qin Feng doubtfully and asked, Big brother Qiao, why did you mention the verdant sect all of a sudden? Li Xiaojie is from the verdant sect. Do you remember the black-robed man who appeared with him a few days ago? He is the ghost-faced mountain man, the great elder of the verdant sect. Zhang Ye immediately knew about the ghost-faced mountain man. It seemed that this old man was quite famous in the martial arts world. Fuck, that black-robed man is the ghost-faced mountain man? He is not to be trifled with. Someone accepted the mission issued by the Martial Art Alliance, and killed his beloved disciple, Taoist Rakshasa. Later, the ghost-faced mountain man was enraged and came out of seclusion to seek revenge. I heard that he is a Stage 7 evil cultivator, which is equivalent to an ordinary Stage 9 inner chi martial artist. Zhang Ye mentioned that the person who killed Taoist Rakshasa was Qin Feng and Hua Yin. Back then, the two of them fought Taoist Rakshasa in the abandoned factory on Ghost Mountain, and Qin Feng was infected by the miasma. Zhang Ye was a Stage 7 evil cultivator in the past. But now, that monster has broken through. Zhang Ye was already scared enough. Qin Feng added another stab, causing Zhang Ye's face to turn pale. Big Brother Qiao, why did the Verdant sect organize the Elixir Conference? Did you find out something? As a member of the Dragon sect, Zhang Ye was also a smart guy. He could tell what the problem was at a glance. That's right. I just received news that the Verdant sect is purposely hosting the Alchemy Conference. They're planning to take control of all the participating teams and rob them of their pills after the competition ends tomorrow. Qin Feng revealed the Verdant sect's plan. Damn it, the Verdant sect is really bold. The Dragon sect and the Martial Artist Alliance have sent people to oversee the Elixir Conference. But the Verdant sect still dares to do this? He's courting death. Zhang Ye suddenly became agitated. He was so angry that his nose was crooked. Qin Feng also felt that the Verdant sect was too bold. They were completely disregarding the Martial Art Alliance and the Dragon sect. Could it be that the Verdant sect has colluded with the Martial Artist Alliance? Qin Feng made a bold guess. That's not possible. Zhang Ye denied immediately. The Martial Artist Alliance is very mysterious in China. They have branches all over China. Even the Dragon sect has to lower their heads in front of them. Such a huge organization would never cooperate with a heretical sect like the Verdant sect. Not to mention the Elixir Conference, the Verdant sect is not interested in the Elixir Conference at all. Qin Feng knew very little about the Martial Artist Alliance. According to Zhang Ye, the Martial Artist Alliance was the most powerful organization. After pausing for a while, Zhang Ye continued, "In my opinion, the Verdant sect doesn't have any partners. Their organization is filled with a bunch of lunatics. They are not afraid of anything, so it's understandable that they would do something so stupid." Qin Feng and Zhang Ye discussed for a while. In the end, they both felt that the Verdant sect was acting alone. However, even if they were acting alone, the Verdant sect's influence was terrifying enough. Big Brother Qiao, should I report this to the Dragon sect immediately? Also, should I inform the other participating teams? Zhang Ye asked solemnly. Of course, the Dragon sect has to report this. However, don't leak this information to the other participating teams. We don't want to alert them. The Verdant sect won't send too many people this time. Let's call more people from the Dragon sect and destroy the Verdant sect's hideout. Qin Feng decided after thinking for a while. All right, I'll call the higher-ups of the Dragon sect now. Zhang Ye was ready to report to the Dragon sect. Qin Feng also left Zhang Ye's room. After leaving the room, Qin Feng did not return to Hua Yan's room. Instead, he went to room 408. This was Elder Yang's room. Qin Feng had already rung the doorbell. Soon, Elder Yang opened the door. He was dressed in a black robe and a round straw hat. Didn't he feel hot? It's you? Are you looking for me? Elder Yang looked at Xiao Feng with a puzzled expression. Xiao Feng had shown his prowess during the Elixir Conference. Naturally, Elder Yang knew Xiao Feng. However, he did not know why Xiao Feng was looking for him. Let's talk inside, Qin Feng said. Elder Yang did not step aside. He hesitated for a while and asked, "Why are you looking for me? We have nothing to talk about." "Are you sure? Then I'll go back first. I wanted to talk to you about the antidote for the King of Poison, but it seems like you're not interested." Elder Yang stopped Qin Feng as soon as he turned around. Elder Yin had been poisoned by the King of Poison that Qin Feng had given him a few months ago. He had yet to detoxify the poison. Every day, he had to use his inner chi to control the spread of the poison. Moreover, he had to eat a lot of poisonous creatures to fight poison with poison. "Wait, come in and talk." Elder Yang stepped aside and invited Qin Feng into the room. The reason why Poison Sect came to the Elixir Conference was to see if anyone could concoct a grade 7 myriad poison pill. It was said that the myriad poison pill could detoxify all kinds of poisons in the world. Even the sect leader of Poison Sect could not detoxify the king of poison. Therefore, Poison Sect could only pin their hopes on the myriad poison pill. Qin Feng walked into Elder Yang's room. The room was filled with the smell of Chinese medicine. There were a few poisonous spiders crawling on the wall, 3 red and green snakes coiled on the floor, and scorpions, giant centipedes, and other poisonous creatures crawling on the table. Qin Feng was startled. Fuck! Can you put these things away? They're creepy. Qin Feng rolled his eyes at Elder Yang. These poisonous creatures were Elder Yang's treasures. In his eyes, they were like his own children. Now that Qin Feng looked at them with disdain, Elder Yang was so angry that his nose became crooked. For the sake of the king of poison's antidote, Elder Yang temporarily suppressed his anger. He waved his hand and blew a strange whistle. The poisonous creatures seemed to understand him. They all crawled into the 3 large jars placed under the window. The room became much cleaner, and Qin Feng felt much better. Tell me, why did you mention the king of poison? Elder Yang sat on the sofa and looked at Qin Feng coldly. Qin Feng looked around the room. The poisonous creatures seemed to have crawled all over the place where people could sit. In the end, Qin Feng decided to stand. I heard that someone from Poison Sect was poisoned by the king of poison and is currently looking for the antidote. So, I came to ask about it, said Qin Feng. Recently, Poison Sect had announced that they were willing to spend a lot of money to find the antidote for the king of poison. However, Poison Sect was the #1 poison sect in the martial world. If they couldn't find the antidote, how could other forces in the martial world do it? Then, do you have the antidote for the king of poison? Elder Yang's voice rose by a few decibels. His eyes shone with a golden light. The Yin-Yang elders were extremely close partners. Using a popular phrase nowadays, they were good gay friends. However, since Elder Yin's poison had not been cured, they couldn't stay together anymore. This made Elder Yang restless. Of course I do. Otherwise, why would I come to you? Qin Feng smiled. Elder Yang couldn't suppress his excitement. He jumped up from the sofa and asked, Where's the antidote? Give it to me. Old man, are you joking? The antidote for the king of poison is very precious. How can you give it to me so easily? Qin Feng rolled his eyes at Elder Yang and said coldly. Elder Yang was too excited just now. Now that he had calmed down, he understood Qin Feng's meaning. Young hero Qiao Feng, name your price. As long as it's within the poison sect's capabilities, we'll satisfy you. Seeing that Elder Yang had taken the bait, Qin Feng chuckled and said, I don't want money, spiritual equipment, or cultivation methods. Then, what do you want? Elder Yang looked at Qin Feng doubtfully and nervously. Is this kid interested in me? I want you to do 2 things for me. If your poison sect can do it, I'll give you an antidote for the king of poison after the matter is done. What is it? Elder Yang felt that he might have misunderstood Qin Feng. If Qin Feng didn't know Elder Yang's thoughts, he would have been angered to death by this old man. First, if your poison sect doesn't perform well in the Elixir King competition tomorrow, you're not allowed to compete for the title of Elixir King. After all, the Poison Sect was one of the most competitive teams in this Elixir Conference. If they forfeited the competition, St. Medic Hall would have 1 less competitor. That's not a problem. Elder Yang agreed without a second thought. The Poison Sect did not participate in the Elixir Conference for the title of Elixir King or the Elixir King. They were here to look for the grade 7,000 poison pill. Qin Feng was very satisfied with Elder Yang's straightforward reply. Second, after the Elixir King competition tomorrow, I want your poison sect to eliminate the people from the herbal sect. Qin Feng's second request shocked Elder Yang. What? Eliminate the people from the herbal sect? That's impossible. Old man Yang immediately rejected Qin Feng's request. The poison sect was also a sect from the outer martial arts circle, so they naturally knew how powerful the herbal sect was. The herbal sect was an alchemy sect, and the sect that one should never provoke in the martial arts circle was this kind of great alchemy sect. Can I? Then it seems like we can't continue working together. Qin Feng seemed to have expected Elder Yang's rejection. His expression did not change as he stood up and prepared to leave. Elder Yang panicked. Recently, the poison sect had been looking for the antidote for the king of poisons. However, there was no antidote at all. Elder Yin's body was deteriorating day by day, and no one knew how long he could hold on. Young Master Xiao Feng, the consequences of this matter are too serious. Why don't you think of something else? Elder Yang hastily advised Qin Feng. After all, Elder Yin's life was in Qin Feng's hands. Forget about the other matters. I only have these two requests. Do as you see fit. If it's okay, then it's fine. If it's not, I won't force you. Qin Feng said calmly. Elder Yang was put in a difficult position. Although he held a high position in the poison sect, he could not make the decision to attack the herbal sect. Moreover, Elder Yang could guess that the sect leader, the multiform poison king, would not agree to it. Seeing that there was no room for negotiation, Elder Yang's eyes, which were mostly covered by his eyelids, suddenly flashed with a cold light. Since the soft approach did not work, Elder Yang was ready to use the hard way. Wouldn't it be better to capture Xiao Feng and force him to give up the antidote? Chapter 805. Elder Yang's evil thoughts surged in his mind as he swung his palm at Qin Feng. Elder Yang had broken through to Stage 7 Demon Cultivator, and his strength was comparable to a Stage 8 Inner Chi Cultivator. He didn't take Qin Feng seriously at all. Rumble! A loud explosion reverberated in the room. No one knew when, but Qin Feng's palm collided with Elder Yang's withered palm. Elder Yang's body, which was hidden under the black cloak, trembled. His eyes were filled with shock as he stared at Qin Feng in disbelief. His sneak attack was actually blocked by this young boy. How is this possible? What realm are you in? Elder Yang's blood and qi were boiling inside his body, and he almost spat out a mouthful of blood. Qin Feng retracted his palm and stood with his hands behind his back. His expression remained unchanged, as if nothing had happened. Qin Feng, on the other hand, was filled with pride. 3 months ago, Qin Feng was chased by the Yin-Yang elders, and he was no match for them. Now he could kill Elder Yang with one slap. It doesn't matter what realm I'm in. You just need to remember that I can crush you with one hand. Qin Feng's voice was calm, but a powerful aura gushed out from his body, suffocating Elder Yang. Elder Yang wasn't stupid. After he calmed down, he realized that the young man in front of him had already entered Stage 9 Inner Chi. There were only a handful of martial artists like him in the whole of China. Young hero, please forgive me. I was too anxious just now. My good friend, my good teammate was poisoned by the king of poisons. His life is in danger, and I didn't think I could save him. I overestimated myself and attacked you. Young hero. Elder Yang's expression changed when he realized he couldn't defeat Qin Feng. He started to flatter Qin Feng. Qin Feng didn't care about what happened just now because he knew Elder Yang would attack him. If Qin Feng was in Elder Yang's shoes, he would have done the same thing. Cut the crap. I've made my request very clear. You can think about it yourself. Young hero, please wait here for a moment. I'll call the sect leader. Elder Yang didn't want to give up this opportunity. After all, the antidote for the king of poisons was too rare. Then hurry up. My patience is limited. Qin Feng waved his hand impatiently. Elder Yang immediately ran out of the door. After a while, he came back with a man who was also wearing a black robe and a round straw hat. This man was the sect leader of the poison sect, Multiform Poison King. Young swordsman Xiao Feng, our sect leader, is here. The moment they entered the house, Elder Yang introduced them. Sect leader, this is young swordsman Xiao Feng. His performance during the Pill Conference over the past 2 days is heaven-defying, and you must have seen him before. The 100 Transformations Poison King raised his head and looked at Qin Feng with a pair of venomous and cold eyes. Qin Feng felt a chill in his heart. Multiform Poison King's face. Multiform skin and Feng's skin. Qin Feng's face. Had Feng's face Qin face. Qin Feng was also staring at the 100 Transformation Poison King, sizing him up, but he couldn't figure out the old man's strength. His surging and powerful aura was clearly stronger than the Yun family's old man, Yun Tiankong. You're talking about the antidote for the king of poisons? The mutant poison king suddenly opened his mouth. His voice was like two pieces of iron rubbing against each other, extremely ear-piercing. Qin Feng nodded. Show me. Multiform Poison King stretched out his skinny hand. There were a few poisonous spiders crawling on his arm. Qin Feng was disgusted. I don't have the antidote with me. But if I say I have the antidote, I'm not lying. I've told you my conditions. I believe the old man told you. You should make your decision quickly. A normal person would be scared to death when facing the sect leader of the poison sect. He was a monster that could take a person's life with a wave of his hand. But Qin Feng wasn't afraid. What a joke. Qin Feng had Ouyang Feng in his system. He was the founder of the poison sect. You want to bargain with me? Do you want to die? Multiform Poison King's voice was cold. His body suddenly emitted a strong aura. It was the aura of a stage 9 inner chi. It made Qin Feng feel great pressure. Rumble. Qin Feng didn't want to lose. He activated the Justice Halo Metal. A pure and holy aura exploded from Qin Feng's body. It was as if true chi covered the sky and covered the earth. The Halo of Justice was a piece of equipment that came with the Angel's Sword. The aura it released was the aura of justice. This aura naturally suppressed the aura of evil. Even though these people from the poison sect weren't evil cultivators, they cultivated with poison, so they were classified as evil. What is this? The aura of a cultivator? Multiform Poison King's expression changed drastically. He was so scared that his face turned sinister. Elder Yang, who was slightly weaker, sat on the ground. His body was covered in cold sweat. Multiform Poison King was already scary. Now he looked even more horrifying. Qin Feng resisted the urge to vomit. He looked at Multiform Poison King and said, "Don't threaten me. Otherwise, you'll regret it." The aura of justice surged endlessly. In the blink of an eye, the whole room was filled with this strong and holy aura. Elder Yang and Multiform Poison King couldn't stand it anymore. Multiform Poison King, who was aggressive and barbaric as soon as he entered the room, immediately gave in. "Retract your aura. We can talk about it." Qin Feng rolled his eyes at Multiform Poison King. "Now you know we can talk about it. Who was the one who threatened me first? Are you going to cooperate or not? Give me a straightforward answer. My time is precious." Qin Feng retracted his aura and stared at Multiform Poison King impatiently. Multiform Poison King had dominated the martial arts world for so many years. When had he ever been suppressed in such a tone? He was so angry that smoke was coming out of his head. Your first request is not a problem, but your second request is unrealistic. Let's not talk about the strength of the herbal sect. Martial Artist Alliance and Dragon Sect will be present at this elixir conference. You want to kill people here? Isn't that courting death? Multiform Poison King said. What if the Verdant Sect makes trouble tomorrow after the competition? Qin Feng asked. The Verdant Sect? Where are they? Even the sect master of the Poison Sect changed his expression when he heard the Verdant Sect's name. It seemed that the Verdant Sect was a huge, evil cultivator organization. Fengyin Fun City is controlled by the Verdant Sect. You said the organizer of this competition is the Verdant Sect? What are they going to do? Multiform Poison King wasn't stupid. He quickly figured out the problem. They're going to steal the elixirs, of course. Qin Feng could tell that the Poison Sect had nothing to do with the Verdant Sect. He didn't mind revealing this to the Poison Sect. Multiform Poison King and Elder Yang fell silent after learning the secret of the Verdant Sect. After a while, Multiform Poison King came to his senses. You must have a very detailed plan. Why don't you tell me first? I'll think about it. Seeing that the Poison Sect had taken the bait, Qin Feng said with a smile, the plan is simple. Tomorrow, Qin Feng told Multiform Poison King his plan. Multiform Poison King thought for a while and said, I can agree to your two requests. But how can you guarantee that you'll give me the antidote after the competition? That's easy. I'm from St. Medic Hall. If I lie to you, you can go to St. Medic Hall to find me. You can also slander St. Medic Hall's reputation in the martial arts world and the secular world. It's just the antidote for the king of poisons. Do you think I'll go back on my word? Qin Feng described the antidote for the king of poisons as easily as eating a meal. Elder Yang and multiform poison king's mouths twitched violently. When they thought of Qin Feng's heaven-defying alchemy skills during the alchemy conference, they trusted Qin Feng. All right, it's a deal. 2 rounds of the alchemy conference had been completed. Today was the last round of the Alchemy King competition. Compared to the previous 2 rounds, today's competition was the most exciting and challenging. All the participating teams had arrived at the competition venue early in the morning. Ren Xiaoyao and Qin Feng had arrived with the disciples of St. Medical. Even Hua Yin had come today. As an alchemist, Hua Yin was looking forward to today's Alchemy King competition. As Qin Feng had expected, Li Xiaojie was also here today. Li Xiaojie followed Ghost-Face Mountain Man. Behind him, a group of verdant sect disciples stood at the entrance. They looked as if they were going to block the only exit. At the judges' table, Xiao Jian and Zhang Ye were sitting there. When Zhang Ye saw Qin Feng, he signaled Qin Feng with his eyes, indicating that the dragon sect was ready. 13 teams had been eliminated in the previous 2 rounds. Today's Alchemy King competition would only have 20 teams. These 20 teams lined up and waited for the competition to begin. Judges, the poison sect has withdrawn from the competition. We will not participate in this competition. The multiform Poison King suddenly stood up and announced his withdrawal from the competition. The crowd was in an uproar. No one had expected the Poison sect to withdraw from the competition at this time. Were they stupid? What's going on? I bet that the Poison sect would be the champion of this year's alchemy conference. Why did they withdraw from the competition? This can't be true. The multiform Poison King dared to flirt with the judges. Tisk TSK. The Poison Sect is one of the teams with the most potential to win the championship. What kind of medicine did they take this morning? How could they withdraw from the competition? The discussions were endless, but the multiform Poison King acted as if he did not hear them. Xiao Jian and Zhang Ye finally came back to their senses. The 2 of them were also shocked. Are you sure the Poison Sect has withdrawn from the competition? Xiao Jian asked the multiform Poison King again. I'm sure. All right. Then I hereby announce that the Poison Sect has withdrawn from the competition and is disqualified from this competition. Although Xiao Jian could not figure it out, he did not care about it as he had already announced the result. The commotion in the surroundings had not stopped. Everyone was still in a daze. Judges, Uncle Gu has joined our Yang Merchant Group. He will represent the Yang Merchant Group in the competition today. The commotion caused by the Poison Sect had not completely subsided when Uncle Yao from the Yang Merchant Group revealed another shocking news. Everyone's gaze turned to the Yang Merchant Group. Uncle Gu, who was dressed in a gray robe and had a goatee, stood with his hands behind his back. Uncle Gu was glaring at Qin Feng and Ren Xiaoyao coldly. His eyes revealed a playful smile, as if he was mocking the 2 of them. This old fart. He's really pissing me off. Ren Xiaoyao was so angry that her face turned red. She did not expect Uncle Gu to betray the Yang Merchant Group so quickly. He had just been expelled from St. Medic yesterday, and today he was representing the Yang Merchant Group in the competition. What's there to be angry about? Trash like him will suffer wherever we put him. We should be thankful. Qin Feng was not angry at all. He placed his hand on Ren Xiaoyao's shoulder and comforted her. The topic of discussion shifted from Poison Sect's withdrawal to Uncle Gu's betrayal. Everyone began to question the strength of St. Medicinal Hall. They felt that without Uncle Gu, there was no hope for this year's alchemy conference. An old man stood beside Qin Feng. The old man was dressed in a gray robe. He stood with his hands behind his back. His white beard fluttered in the wind. His white hair and youthful face made him look like an otherworldly immortal. Chapter 806. Hua Tua, how do you feel? Qin Feng communicated with Hua Tua through telepathy. Master, my inner chi has been suppressed by the Earth's magnetic field, and it has fallen to stage 8 inner chi. Moreover, I discovered that the spiritual energy on Earth is much lesser than it was in my era. Therefore, my alchemy skills are greatly limited, Hua Tua said. Qin Feng furrowed his brows and asked worriedly, what grade of pills can you refine in this environment? I can refine a grade 6 golden pill, but it will be difficult for me to refine a grade 7 golden pill. Don't worry, Master, I'll do my best. Hua Tuo was a grade 8 alchemist, and his inner chi had reached the great perfection stage. Qin Feng was speechless that his inner chi was suppressed to such an extent on Earth. After understanding Hua Tuo's situation, Qin Feng looked at the judges and said, "Dear judges, the Saint Medic chased away an old dog yesterday, and today we have a new alchemist." The people who were discussing Uncle Gu's betrayal turned to look at Saint Medic. When they saw the white-haired Hua Tuo, the room was filled with sighs and doubts. Who's that old man? Why haven't I seen him before? He must have found a random person to replace him. After all, high-tier alchemists are rare. Even the Saint Medic can't find a new grade 6 golden pill refiner in half a day. Sigh. The Saint Medic is also miserable. They were supposed to be the champion, but they were tricked by Uncle Gu. Ren Xiaoyao's temper flared up again when she heard the people talking bad about the Saint Medic. She raised her waning moon sword and was about to fight with those people. Qin Feng had no choice but to pull her into his arms and hug her to prevent her from doing anything stupid. Before the King Pill competition officially began, there were already explosive news that spread throughout the competition. The participating teams were unable to calm down and were in no mood to refine pills anymore. Due to Poison Sect's withdrawal from the competition and Sacred Medicinal Hall's Uncle Gu's departure, the most favored teams in this competition had become the Yang Enterprise and the Herbal Sect. The title of the #1 medicinal clinic and the Elixir King would probably appear from these two teams. Xiao Jian looked at his watch and stood up. "Everyone, please be quiet. Today's Alchemy King competition is over. I hereby announce that the competition begins." As Xiao Jian's voice fell, the 20 participating teams were already busy. For this competition, each team would send out 2 alchemists to participate. The rules of the competition were simple and crude, which was to display everyone's superb alchemy skills and refine the most powerful elixirs. After the competition ended, the highest quality elixir would be chosen to become the Elixir King. The corresponding participating team would also be awarded the title of the #1 medicinal workshop. Rumble. The sound of flames rang out from all directions. The main alchemists of more than a dozen teams had already ignited their pill furnaces. The Alchemy King competition also allowed participants to use their own flames. Those teams that couldn't catalyze their demonic chi flames and could only use their natural flames were clearly losing at the starting line. Rumble. The Yang merchant group was overseen by Uncle Gu and Uncle Yao. The two of them had already released their demonic chi flames, and the alchemy cauldrons in front of them burned with raging flames. They looked a bit cooler than the other teams. Uncle Hua from the medicine sect had also summoned his demonic flames and started to add the medicinal ingredients into the pill furnace. Apart from the 20 participating teams, there were 13 eliminated teams watching the competition. Most of these people were staring at the Yang merchant group and the medicine sect. They were the 2 most powerful teams in the competition. At this moment, there were 2 alchemy cauldrons beside Hua Tuo. The extra one was requested by Zhang Yu. Since Hua Tuo had long been neglected by everyone, no one paid attention to his action. Puzzled, Qin Feng asked Hua Tuo with his mind, "Hua Tuo, why do you need 2 alchemy cauldrons?" Qin Feng was a little nervous. Could it be that Hua Tuo was worried that he would fail halfway through the competition? So he prepared a spare alchemy cauldron? Hua Tuo looked at Qin Feng with a puzzled expression. "Master, shouldn't we all need 2 alchemy cauldrons?" "No, we all use the same alchemy cauldron." Qin Feng was even more puzzled now. Hua Tuo looked at the others and realized that everyone really did use the same alchemy cauldron. Hua Tuo's expression was even more puzzled than Qin Feng's. "Master, I always use 2 alchemy cauldrons to concoct 2 different pills at the same time. Could it be that my level can't keep up with the current era? Do you all use the same alchemy cauldron to concoct 2 different pills? That's an amazing move." After listening to Hua Tuo's explanation, Qin Feng's mouth twitched violently. He had no idea how to answer Hua Tuo's question. Qin Feng was now sure that the heroes produced by the system's Palace of Heroes were all pretentious. Hua Tuo's pretentious act had caught Qin Feng off guard. "Ahem. That's all. Go ahead and concoct the pills, Qin Feng said after a long while. Hua Tuo was still puzzled. He shook his head and continued to fiddle with the two alchemy cauldrons in front of him. Ren Xiaoyao stood nervously behind Qin Feng. She was very curious about Hua Tuo's identity, but Qin Feng refused to tell her even after asking Qin Feng a few times. Ren Xiaoyao was scared to death when she saw Hua Tuo concocting pills in front of two alchemy cauldrons at the same time. Xiao Feng, is the old man you found reliable? What's he doing? How can he concoct two alchemy cauldrons at the same time? Ahem. Don't worry. He's better than me, Qin Feng comforted Ren Xiaoyao. However, Ren Xiaoyao was still very worried. Why don't you concoct the violent demon pill? If you can concoct the high-grade violent demon pill, you still stand a chance of winning the king of pill-making competition. In every competition of the pill-making conference, every team had to prepare their own medicinal ingredients. In this king of pill-making competition, every team had to prepare their own medicinal ingredients. Therefore, even if they had a heaven-defying alchemist, they had no medicinal ingredients to concoct rare medicinal pills. However, the St. Medic Hall had no shortage of medicinal ingredients. Ren Xiaoyao took out 5 different medicinal ingredients for concocting grade 6 golden pills. Qin Feng chose the diamond pill, which was relatively easy to concoct. After all, it was Qin Feng's first time concocting a grade 6 golden pill, so it was still uncertain if he could succeed. Hua Tuo, on the other hand, was more low-key. He quietly chose the violent demon pill and the rising spirit pill, which were the hardest to concoct among grade 6 golden pills. The main ingredient for the violent demon pill was the purple wisteria flower. Qin Feng and Hua Yin found it when they were exploring the ancient martial ruins in Ghost Mountain. Qin Feng selflessly offered it to them for this competition. As for the rising spirit pill, it was the upgraded version of the grade 5 spirit gathering pill. Qin Feng rolled his eyes at Ren Xiaoyao. If even Hua Tuo couldn't concoct the violent demon pill, then he had no chance at all. How dare this girl look down on Hua Tuo? Don't talk to me. You're affecting my concoction. Qin Feng was too lazy to explain. He glared at Ren Xiaoyao impatiently. After being reprimanded by Qin Feng, Ren Xiaoyao immediately pouted her lips and stopped talking. Ren Xiaoyao stood behind Qin Feng anxiously. Hua Yin couldn't help but burst into laughter when she saw Ren Xiaoyao's amusing expression. The competition was in full swing. The temperature in the room was even higher than it had been 2 days ago. The whole room was filled with a rich medicinal fragrance. The spiritual energy in the room was getting thicker and thicker, almost 10 times that of the outside. Those who had already been eliminated to watch the competition couldn't help but start absorbing the spiritual energy to cultivate. Hua Yan's gaze was fixed on Qin Feng. She didn't even spare a glance at the others. Qin Feng's fire of destruction was ignited. He even spent 20,000 hedonist points to purchase the formula for the grade 6 diamond pill. Hua Yin was shocked when she saw Qin Feng's proficient skill in concocting pills. Hua Yin was puzzled. Qin Feng's skill in concocting pills is so much better than mine. Why did he ask me to concoct the grade 2 blood chi pill for him? That's right. This must be one of his tricks to woo girls. That must be it. Halfway through the competition, the crowd suddenly burst into an uproar. Everyone's gaze fell on the white-haired old man from Baoji Hall. The old man's left hand was burning with a fiery red flame, and his right hand was burning with a cold green flame. What's that? It's my first time seeing it. Yang fire in his left hand and Yin fire in his right. This old man is a fire elemental cultivator. Amazing. That's amazing. He's a real expert in concocting pills with Yin and Yang fire. He's even better than the people from the Yang Enterprise and the Herbal Sect. Hua Tuo, what the hell is a fire elemental cultivator? Qin Feng glanced at Baoji Hall when he heard the discussion. He was stunned when he saw the white-haired old man's hands were burning with different types of flames. That's not surprising. He's not as good as you, Master. Hua Tuo said calmly. A fire elemental cultivator has 2 types of flames. If Master likes it, you can devour another Yin fire when you're free. A fire elemental cultivator had 2 different types of flames. A dual elemental demonic cultivator had 2 different elements. In comparison, dual elemental demonic cultivators were the truly powerful ones. Qin Feng lost interest in the old man from Baoji Hall after he understood what Hua Tuo meant. Master, the apothecary from Baoji Hall is concocting the yin-yang golden pill. It's a grade 7 golden pill, Hua Tuo added. Qin Feng was shocked. Grade 7 golden pill? Doesn't that mean we're going to lose? Both Qin Feng and Hua Tuo were concocting grade 6 golden pills. Qin Feng did not expect that a grade 7 golden pill refiner would appear in this year's medicinal pill conference. Moreover, he appeared in an inconspicuous little pharmacy. That's not necessarily true. Don't worry, Master. That old man's alchemy technique is still a little rusty. It's obvious that he's barely concocting a grade 7 golden pill. I'm confident that I can defeat him. Qin Feng had no idea how Hua Tuo could defeat a grade 7 golden pill with a grade 6 golden pill. But since Hua Tuo had said so, Qin Feng believed him. After all, he was a real miracle doctor. Rin Xiaoyao became even more anxious when she saw the chief apothecary of Baoji Hall unleashing the yin-yang fire. However, she dared not speak to Qin Feng as she was afraid that she would affect his alchemy. Obviously, Hua Yin understood the meaning of dual cultivation of fire and element. She glanced at the Baoji Hall briefly before shifting her gaze back to Qin Feng. After a while, Hua Yan's expression changed dramatically, and she shifted her gaze to Hua Tuo's 2 pill furnaces. Since the beginning of the competition, Hua Tuo had maintained his composure. One of his pill furnaces was engulfed in devil qi, while the other one had no fire at all. It was as if it was just a decoration. However, when Hua Yin took a closer look, she discovered that there was something under the pill furnace. It was a layer of ice that was hard to detect. The ice covered the bottom of the pill furnace, and the cold air emitted from the pill furnace. Hua Tuo had refined 2 pill furnaces at the same time. One was covered in ice, while the other was covered in flames. Hua Yin finally realized how powerful Hua Tuo was. He was the most powerful person among all the apothecaries in the competition. However, Hua Tuo kept a low profile and was overlooked by the others. Qin Feng and Hua Yin were dual elemental cultivators as well. However, they were not as flashy as Hua Tuo. Both of them could only use fire and ice to concoct pills at the same time. Hua Tuo, on the other hand, could concoct pills separately without being distracted. How powerful must his 6 senses be to be able to do that? Rumble! Suddenly, a loud noise reverberated in the air. It was the sound of a pill being formed. Everyone looked at Qin Feng in shock. Did Qin Feng's pill furnace already form? His alchemy speed is still as fast as before. Begging for monthly votes. Chapter 807. Oh my god! Has the pill been formed? Everyone, look, he seems to be refining a 6th grade Vajra pill, right? That's right, that's definitely a tier 6 Vajra pill. To be able to refine a tier 6 pill at such a godly speed, this kid will be incredible in the future. This Vajra Dan has the effect of strengthening the tibia. If an external cultivator were to eat it, their physical fitness would become even stronger. In the end, they would be like Vajra. It was Qin Feng's first time refining a grade 6 golden pill, and the process was rather smooth. His quick refining of the golden pill had ignited the first climax of the competition. A dazzling golden pill slowly rose from the cauldron. It was the size of a chicken's egg. The pill was round and emitted a medicinal fragrance. Its surface flickered with golden light, and it looked like a golden ball floating in the air. Little Demon didn't expect Qin Feng to form the pill so quickly. She was shocked again. Silly girl, what are you waiting for? The medicinal fragrance and spiritual energy are almost gone. Qin Feng rolled his eyes at Rin Xiaoyao. Rin Xiaoyao immediately regained her senses. Ah, the pill was formed. Oh, put it away. Quickly put this big golden egg away. Rin Xiaoyao foolishly held a jade bottle and carefully stored the diamond pill. Then, she nervously looked at Qin Feng. Xiao Feng, can we win with this diamond pill? What are you afraid of? Don't you still have my friend? Just watch him, Qin Feng said indifferently. Rin Xiaoyao glanced at Hua Tuo, who was sitting motionlessly at the side. She felt that Hua Tuo was not making pills at all. He was simply here to sleep. Since the beginning of the competition, Hua Tuo had only lit a fire and sat there doing nothing. Until now, he hadn't even thrown the herbs into the furnace. Are we really relying on him? Why does this old man look so unreliable? Rin Xiaoyao pouted and complained. You silly girl, what do you know? You always thought Uncle Gu was reliable, so where is he now? Qin Feng knocked Rin Xiaoyao on the head, causing her to stomp her feet in pain. Hua Yin stared at Hua Tuo for a long time before she regained her senses. She grabbed Qin Feng's arm and asked, Darling, is that your friend? Yeah. What's wrong? Qin Feng hugged Hua Yin and stroked her hair lovingly. I want to take him as my master and let him teach me alchemy. Can you help me talk to him? Hua Yin pressed her chest against Qin Feng's arm and purposely rubbed against it. Her sweet voice made Qin Feng's bones go soft. Sure enough, amateurs enjoy the show, while experts appreciate the artistry. Hua Yin had already seen through Hua Tuo's strength. She was indeed a smart girl. All right, I'll help you ask after the competition. After learning about Hua Yin's background, Qin Feng knew that alchemy flowed in her blood. He had decided to nurture Hua Yin into the most outstanding female alchemist in China. The discussions around them had yet to stop. Sigh. Although that boy refined a Tier 6 Vajra pill, this kind of medicinal pill is considered the simplest among Tier 6 medicinal pills. Placing it in this alchemy conference, it clearly has no way of taking down an alchemy king. The heiress of Saint Medic is still too young. She must have been brainwashed by that boy to dismiss Uncle Gu. She has no one to blame but herself for digging her own grave. You can't be so sure. Isn't there an old man in Saint Medic who has yet to refine a pill? Maybe that old man is very powerful? Are you kidding me? That old man is already asleep. Almost all of them expressed their disdain for Saint Medic. Rin Xiaoyao stomped her feet in anger, but Qin Feng ignored these ignorant people. Rumble! A muffled explosion sounded. Another person had successfully refined a pill. This time, it was Uncle Gu who had betrayed the Yang merchant group. A green pill rose from the cauldron and caused a commotion in the crowd. Uncle Gu has refined a pill. That pill looks very powerful. This is a Tier 6 sense elucidation pill. It can strengthen one's 6 senses. It's said that an ordinary person will have the sensitivity required by an alchemist after consuming it. Not only ordinary people, but an alchemist can also strengthen their 6 senses after consuming it. Who knows, it might even improve their alchemy skills. The appearance of the sense elucidation pill caused a commotion. Many pairs of green eyes stared fixedly at the sense elucidation pill on Uncle Gu's table, as if they wanted to snatch it and swallow it. Rumble! Not long after Uncle Gu's pill was refined, the cauldron in front of Uncle Yao also exploded. It was a green round pill the size of an egg. The pill had a bright luster, as if there was spiritual qi flowing on it. It was obviously an extraordinary pill. This is a Tier 6 rank advancement pill. The rank advancement pill is as rare as the sense elucidation pill. If a Stage 6 inner chi martial artist eats a rank advancement pill, he will definitely advance 1 level. The Pill King competition was full of excitement. The Tier 6 golden pills were shining brightly, dazzling everyone's eyes. The competition seemed to have reached its final stage. More and more pills were produced, and the sound of explosions was heard one after another. Even though small pharmacies produced at least Tier 4 spiritual pills, and many of them were Tier 5 spiritual pills. Rumble! Uncle Hua from the herbal sect had also completed his pill. His speed was slightly slower than the Yang Enterprise and Qin Feng's, but the pill he produced was more difficult to refine. It was a red demonic elixir pill. This type of pill was meant for demonic cultivators. For example, Ouyang Feng and Feng Qingyu, who had cultivated the Little Sunflower Manual in reverse, could enter a state of madness. If they consumed the demonic elixir pill, they would retain their sanity even in a state of madness. Other than that, when cultivating some extreme demonic cultivation techniques, consuming the demonic elixir pill could reduce the chance of cultivation deviation. The Yang Enterprise and the herbal sect, who had the most potential to win the Pill King competition, had completed their pills. Judging from the current situation, Uncle Hua's demonic elixir pill was more powerful than Uncle Gu's rank advancement pill and Uncle Yao's rank advancement pill. It seemed like the Pill King competition and the #1 pharmacy would belong to the herbal sect. Rumble! Just when everyone thought the outcome was set, a loud noise came from Baoji Hall. The white-haired old man from Baoji Hall, who had been forgotten by everyone, had completed his pill. This old man was a fire elemental alchemist, so how bad could his pill be? Everyone looked at Baoji Hall expectantly. Even Ren Xiao Yao stared nervously at the old man. Above the old man's cauldron was a round pill the size of a goose egg. The pill had a bright luster, and its color was strange. It was evenly divided in the middle, half black and the other half white. What kind of pill is this? I've never seen it before. What a dense spiritual energy. Why does it feel like this pill has surpassed the range of a 6th grade golden pill? I remember now. This is a 7th grade golden yin yang pill. Some knowledgeable people in the crowd recognized the old man's pill. It was a 7th grade golden yin yang pill. Even the herbal sect, the Yang Enterprise, and St. Medic's Qiaofeng had only refined 6th grade golden pills. Who would have thought that the neglected Baoji Hall had refined a 7th grade golden yin yang pill? What's the effect of this golden yin yang pill? I heard that eating the golden yin yang pill can help a fiendish cultivator advance to a dual attribute fiendish cultivator. Some people really knew about the golden yin yang pill. It was indeed a 7th grade golden yin yang pill, but it was the most useless type of golden yin yang pill. The golden yin yang pill did not have any actual main function. It was considered a supplementary pill. It was a pill that could protect a fiendish cultivator's body during the process of developing a second attribute. To put it simply, Huayan was originally an ice attribute fiendish cultivator. Later on, she ate the fire spiritual pill and became a dual attribute fiendish cultivator. The golden yin yang pill could be eaten together with the fire spiritual pill to protect Hua Yan's dual attribute fiendish cultivator process. However, no matter how useless the golden yin yang pill was, it was still a 7th grade golden yin yang pill. Compared to a 6th grade golden yin yang pill, it was obviously more difficult to refine. It seemed that the inconspicuous Baoji Hall had won the title of King of Elixirs and the #1 pharmacy in this year's alchemy conference. This was really a competition full of ups and downs. There was no time limit for this King of Elixirs competition, so everyone had enough time to refine their best pills. More than an hour had passed, and all the participating teams had successfully refined their pills. Of course, Hua Ta, who had been forgotten by everyone and was on the verge of being forgotten by Qin Feng, was still sitting cross-legged on the ground. The 2 pill furnaces in front of him were completely motionless. Did he really fall asleep? Since everyone has successfully refined their pills, let's begin the selection of the King of Elixirs and the #1 pharmacy. Xiao Jian had obviously forgotten about Hua Tuo and began the selection. The selection for this competition was much simpler because the smaller pharmacies had only refined 4th grade and 5th grade golden yin yang pills. They were too embarrassed to take out their pills, which was a sign that they had voluntarily withdrawn from the competition. The Sacred Medicinal Hall's Qiao Feng's Diamond Pill, the Herbal Sect's Uncle Hua's Demonic Dissolving Pill, the Yang Merchants Association's Rank Advancement Pill and Mind Insight Pill, and the Baoji Hall's Yin Yang Golden Pill, which had appeared out of nowhere. There was a total of 5 pills, and 4 of them were 6th grade golden pills. Only the elder from Baoji Hall had refined a 7th grade golden pill. There was no need for the selection for this competition. Based on the current situation, the Yin Yang Golden Elixir, refined by Baoji Hall, has won the title of Elixir King of this year's Elixir Conference. At the same time, it has won the title of Strongest Elixir Workshop. Although Xiao Jian did not know much about elixirs, he could clearly see the huge gap between the grades. No one doubted Xiao Jian's words. However, the fact that the Yang Enterprise and the Herbal Sect had lost was out of everyone's expectations. Everyone, it is my honor that Baoji Hall has won the title of King of Elixirs and the #1 pharmacy. I hereby announce that from now on, Baoji Hall will submit to the Herbal Sect. From now on, there will be no Baoji Hall, only the herbal sect. Before everyone could recover from the unexpected outcome of the match, Baoji Tang struck another lightning bolt right above their heads. After a brief moment of shock, many people came to their senses. No matter how stupid they were, they now understood that the herbal sect had played a good trick. They had obviously subdued Baoji Hall long ago, but this time they had sent two teams, Baoji Hall and the herbal sect, to compete. Not only did this increase their chances of winning the championship, but it also had the effect of creating a diversion. When everyone's attention was on the herbal sect, thinking that they had the highest chance of winning the championship, the truly powerful Baoji Hall had jumped up and caught everyone off guard. At this moment, some people began to suspect the identity of the chief pharmacist of Baoji Hall. This person was most likely the truly powerful pharmacist of the herbal sect. The white-haired elder of Baoji Hall was called Elder Bai. He was a member of the herbal sect's Bai family. He was Bai Yao's second uncle and one of the top alchemists in the herbal sect. The herbal sect had indeed played a small trick. They had placed the real expert alchemist in Baoji Hall, and Uncle Hua, who represented the herbal sect in the competition, was actually Elder Bai's disciple. Xiao Jian and Zhang Ye were momentarily stunned. How was this a fucking pill conference? This was more like a fight for the family's inheritance. Xiao Jian regained his senses with great difficulty. He had no choice but to announce the results of the competition again. Since Baoji Hall has submitted to the herbal sect and has removed its original name, the king of elixirs and number one pharmacy of this pill conference belonged to the herbal sect. Chapter 808. The suspense of this competition was reignited. From the poison sect's sudden withdrawal, to Gubo's betrayal in joining the Yang Enterprise, to Baoji Hall's victory as a dark horse, and now to the herbal sect's victory as the king of elixirs and the number one pharmacy. When they found out that the medicine sect had secretly played such a trick, the Yang Enterprise and Ren Xiaoyao, who had just missed out on the championship, were furious. The members of the medicine sect were simply too shameless. They had won with an unfair advantage. That's not right. There's still an old man in our Saint Medic who hasn't completed his pills. Suddenly, Ren Xiaoyao thought of Hua Tuo. She had almost forgotten about this old man. Rumble, rumble. Two loud bangs rang out one after another, giving Ren Xiaoyao a fright. Everyone finally recalled the old man who had just arrived at the Saint Herbalist Hall, and they quickly turned to look at him. At this time, the two pill furnaces in front of Hua Tuo were not completed. The explosions were not caused by the formation of pills. Where the fuck did the lightning come from? Rumble, rumble. Hua Tuo, who seemed to be asleep, finally moved. He waved his hands, one with ice and the other with fire. He controlled the two pill furnaces to rotate in midair. Occasionally, a bolt of lightning would strike down above Hua Tuo's head, alternating between the two pill furnaces and changing the airflow in the pill furnaces. The other participants were dumbfounded. Ren Xiaoyao and Hua Yin were dumbfounded. Even Qin Feng had dementia. Qin Feng had always thought that Hua Tuo was a dual elemental cultivator like him. Now he realized that this old man, who always kept a low profile, was actually a triple elemental cultivator. His third elemental was lightning. Crackle. There was no sky in the room, but the ring-shaped lightning kept striking down from the void. As if the lightning had eyes, it struck the two pill furnaces one after another with unerring accuracy. The pill furnaces rotated faster and faster. The demonic chi flame seemed to have awakened and engulfed the entire pill furnace. It looked like a huge fireball rotating in midair. The other pill furnace was also completely covered in ice, turning into a huge, spinning ice ball. Xiao Jian had just announced the results, but he realized that he might have announced it too early. There was still one more participant from Saint Medic who had not completed his pills. What the hell is this? Ice, fire, and lightning? Impossible. This is definitely my illusion. I've lived for so long, but this is the first time I've seen a cultivator with 3 attributes. This must be fake. There was another round of discussion, but even more people had their mouths agape. They were so shocked that they couldn't speak. The faces of the people from the herbal sect turned cold, especially Elder Bai, who had refined the grade 7 golden yin-yang pill. He was considered the best pill refiner in the group, but after witnessing Hua Tuo's pill refinement process, Elderby began to lose confidence. Rumble! Another 2 explosions rang out at almost the same time. This time, it wasn't the sound of lightning striking down, it was the formation of a pill. In the eyes of the crowd, there was a pill floating above each of the 2 pill furnaces in front of Hua Tuo. The 2 pills were about the size of goose eggs. Their medicinal fragrance permeated the air, and their luster was beautiful. The pill that was refined by the ice was a milky white, ascending spirit pill. This was the upgraded version of the grade 5 spirit gathering pill. The spiritual energy it gathered was more abundant, and it was the best pill for breaking through to a higher realm. The pill that was refined by the demonic chi flame was a fiery red berserk demon pill. This pill was also very powerful. If a demonic cultivator consumed the berserk demon pill, it would be equivalent to entering a state of madness. Moreover, they would regain their sanity, and there would be no side effects after consuming it. The 2 pills had been refined, and the crowd was still in a state of shock. Ren Xiao Yao's jaw dropped to the ground, and her eyes were wide open. No one else could produce 2 cauldrons of grade 6 golden pills in one go. You're daydreaming again. Hurry up and put the pills away. Qin Feng knocked on Ren Xiao Yao's head. Ren Xiao Yao immediately regained her senses. She did not even care about the pain in her head as she eagerly ran to store the 2 pills that Hua Tuo had given her. Master, I'm done. Hua Tuo had already walked to Qin Feng's side. Both of them communicated telepathically, and there was no need for them to speak. Can you win the grade 7 golden yin-yang pill? Qin Feng was most concerned about this question. No problem. Hua Tuo stood with his hands behind his back, and he exuded a strong and confident aura. Qin Feng's heart was completely at ease. Since the divine doctor Hua Tuo said that there was no problem, then it must be true. Judge Zhang Yi, our St. Medic's chief pharmacist, has yet to complete his pill, and your committee has already judged the king of elixirs and the strongest pharmacy. This is against the rules of the alchemy conference, right? Seeing that everyone was still in a daze, Qin Feng broke the silence. Zhang Yi wiped the saliva off his mouth. He was drooling over the supreme-grade golden pills. Oh, that's right. Brother Qiao Feng is right. We have neglected the chief pharmacist of St. Medic. Since he has completed his pill, let's reevaluate. Naturally, Zhang Ye was on Qin Feng's side. Xiao Jian felt a little embarrassed. According to the rules of the Alchemy King competition, they had to wait for all the participating teams to form their pills before judging. He had neglected Hua Tuo earlier. It's our fault. St. Medic, please hand over your pills, and we will reevaluate. Since Xiao Jian and Zhang Yi had spoken, everyone agreed with the reevaluation. Ren Xiao Yao carried the 2 jade boxes to the judges and placed them on the table. Then she started the reevaluation. Although it was called a reevaluation, it was actually a comparison between Hua Tuo's pill and Elderbai's yin-yang golden pill. This was because the other teams had already compared their pills, and Elderbai's yin-yang golden pill was obviously inferior to Elderbai's yin-yang golden pill. When the jade boxes were opened, the crowd fell into a flurry of discussion. I really didn't expect St. Medic to find a 6th-grade golden pill master in half a day. Moreover, that old man's alchemy skills are obviously better than Xiao Feng's. Sigh, it's still useless. The herbal sect has refined a 7th-grade golden pill. Although that old man can refine 2 cauldrons of pills at the same time, they are both 6th-grade golden pills. There's no way they can compete with each other. St. Medic will still lose. The results of the selection were not out yet, but judging from everyone's reaction, St. Medic was not optimistic about their chances. After all, the herbal sect had produced a 7th-grade golden pill master. Initially, Ren Xiao Yao still had some hope. However, when she heard everyone's discussion, she became disappointed. She was so anxious that tears started to well up in her eyes. If they lost this competition, Ren Xiao Yao wouldn't dare to go back and face her relatives. Wait, I want someone else to evaluate the quality of the pills. Qin Feng interrupted by Yao and Uncle Gu on behalf of the judging committee. We are the judging committee's representatives. How can we let someone else do it? How can it be fair? The herbal sect had already won the title of king of elixirs and the #1 medicinal workshop. Now, they were disrupted by Saint Medic. Bai Yao's expression was cold as he glared at Qin Feng. Uncle Gu had betrayed Saint Medic and joined the Yang Enterprise. In the end, he still lost. Uncle Gu was even angrier than Bai Yao. He shouted coldly, Saint Medic only refined 6th grade golden pills. There's no need for another evaluation. The herbal sect will still be the champion of this alchemy conference. Since Uncle Gu had lost, he wanted to drag Saint Medic down with him. No matter what, he would not let Xiao Feng and Ren Xiaoyao win. Saint Medic had treated Uncle Gu well and treated him like a treasure. Now, not only did this old man betray them, but he also purposely targeted Saint Medic. Ren Xiaoyao was furious. Qin Feng ignored Uncle Gu and Bai Yao. His gaze fell on Zhang Ye. I think that Apothecary Qiao Feng's words are quite reasonable. Uncle Gu betrayed the sacred panacea, so he must have some sort of hatred towards the sacred panacea. Bai Yao is also a member of the medicine sect. It's obvious that both of them have selfish motives. I don't think it's appropriate to let them be the judges. Zhang Ye immediately expressed his stance. He was on Qin Feng's side from the beginning to the end. Xiao Jian had nothing to do with anyone. He adhered to the principle of fairness and justice. After listening to Zhang Ye's words, Xiao Jian agreed. Yes, Brother Zhang Ye is right. It's better to let someone who has nothing to do with the herbal sect to be the judges. Xiao Jian expressed his agreement with Qin Feng's suggestion. Bai Yao and Uncle Gu were speechless. In front of the Dragon Sect and the Martial Art Alliance, they had no right to speak. Big Brother Xiao, your suggestion is indeed reasonable. However, the elixirs for this election are 6th grade golden pills and 7th grade golden pills. Other than the herbal sect, who has the ability to appraise them, I'm afraid that the alchemists from the other small pharmacies will not be able to appraise the quality of such high-grade elixirs. Bai Yao still refused to give in. He wanted to fight for it. Qin Feng said, you don't have to worry about this. I've thought of a team to identify the pills. Let the poison sect be the judges. The poison sect had withdrawn from the King of Pills competition at the beginning of the competition. Now that Qin Feng mentioned the poison sect, everyone could not help but nod their heads. Letting the poison sect be the judges was indeed the best choice. All right, let the poison sect identify the pills from both sides. The poison sect had withdrawn from the King of Pills competition. Moreover, they had been silent throughout the competition and had no interest in anyone. Therefore, Xiao Jian felt that the poison sect was the best choice. Since Xiao Jian had made his decision, Bai Yao and Uncle Gu did not say anything else. They stood aside, holding back their anger. The multiform Poison King had already walked up to the judges' table, and his gaze fell upon the 3 exquisite jade boxes on the table. The jade boxes contained the 2 6th grade golden pills refined by Hua Tuo and the 7th grade Yin Yang golden pill, refined by Elder Bai of the herbal sect. Everyone gathered around and watched the multiform Poison King appraise the pills. The multiform Poison King placed the golden Yin Yang pill on his palm. He observed the pill from every angle, as if he was admiring a peerless treasure. After examining the pills, the multiform Poison King placed the pill by his mouth. He inhaled the fragrance of the pill and sensed the spiritual energy contained in the pill. This was the process of an expert. It was a pleasure to watch. After more than 10 minutes, the multiform Poison King reluctantly put the golden Yin Yang pill back into the jade box and slowly raised his head. Yin Yang Golden Elixir, Grade 7 Golden Elixir. It has a bright luster and a rich medicinal fragrance. The elixir is full of spiritual qi. The elixir is round and perfect in size. There are 7 shallow elixir lines around the elixir. This is a lower grade 7 golden elixir. The multiform Poison King began to evaluate the golden Yin Yang pill, refined by Elder Bai. He was telling the truth. He did not deliberately exaggerate the pill or belittle the golden Yin Yang pill. Although this was a 7th grade golden pill, it was one of the easiest to refine among the 7th grade golden pills. Moreover, The 7 pill veins were too shallow to be seen clearly, so it could only be regarded as a low-grade 7th-grade golden pill. From this, it could be seen that although Elderby was a Tier 7 pill refiner, his strength had not been stabilized. He had just entered the ranks of Tier 7 pill refiners. After the multiform Poison King finished his evaluation, Xiao Jian looked at Elderby and asked, "Does the herbal sect have any objections to the poison sect's evaluation?" Elderby chuckled. "Haha, well said, no objections." Chapter 809. After identifying the herbal sect's pills, the multiform Poison King picked up Hua Tuo's 2 pills and began to identify them. The 2 pills were placed in the center of the multiform Poison King's palms. As soon as the Poison King stared at them, his eyes were filled with shock. How is this possible? This is absolutely impossible. The multiform Poison King looked as if he had seen a ghost and began to talk to himself. His body, which was hidden under the black robe, was trembling violently. His skinny palms were also trembling nonstop, almost shaking the 2 pills out of his palms. This abrupt change of the 100 forms Poison King startled everyone. Everyone was not sure if he was suddenly having an epileptic fit. Amazing! This is too amazing! The multiform Poison King seemed to have entered his isolated mode. He did not pay attention to everyone's discussion. His pair of old eyes stared straight at the 2 pills, switching back and forth between the 2 pills. His expression was as if he had discovered a new continent. Is this person sick? What is he mumbling about? They are obviously 2 6th-grade golden pills. Why is the multiform Poison King more excited than when he saw the 7th-grade golden yin-yang pill? Everyone was puzzled by the multiform Poison King's actions, and the atmosphere became strange. The multiform Poison King muttered to himself for a while, and the expression on his face changed hundreds of times. Finally, he regained his calm, but there was still a trace of shock in the depths of his eyes that could not be dispersed. "I'm done." The multiform Poison King let out a long breath. "Then why don't you evaluate the 2 pills from the same medic hall?" Xiao Jian looked at the multiform Poison King with a strange expression. Even he was greatly interested. The multiform Poison King pointed to the Ascending Spirit Pill and said, "This is a 6th-grade Ascending Spirit Pill, an upgraded version of the 5th-grade Spirit Gathering Pill. I've seen a few completed Ascending Spirit Pills before, but none of them were as high quality as the one from the St. Medic Hall." After talking about the Ascending Spirit Pill, the 100 Transformation Poison King once again commented on the Violent Devil Pill. This Violent Devil Pill is just as perfect as the Ascending Spirit Pill. Both of these pills are the most difficult to refine among the 6th-grade golden pills. The Sacred Medicine Hall's alchemist was able to refine these 2 pills at the same time. His strength is extraordinary. Speaking up to this point, the 100 Transformation Poison King suddenly paused, his eyes shining brightly. The most amazing thing about this alchemist is not that he refined 2 different 6th-grade golden pills at once, but that he refined a 6th-grade medicinal pill into a 7th-grade pill. Everyone could take a closer look at the runes on these 2 6th-grade golden cores. Both of them have 7 runes, and the runes are clear and exquisite. The quality of these golden cores is much higher than the yin-yang golden core from the herbal faction. The 100 Transformation Poison King had finished his evaluation, and the room suddenly fell into silence. He refined a 6th-grade golden core into a 7th-grade one. This was the first time many of the people present had heard of such a thing. What kind of amazing alchemy level was needed to achieve this? Impossible, I don't believe it. Elderby from the herbal faction had already regained his senses. He rushed to the judge's table and stared at the 2 medicinal pills that Hua Tuo had refined. His eyes fell on the runes on the surface of the pill. The 7 exquisite and clear runes were perfectly displayed, and the rich medicinal fragrance was many times stronger than the yin-yang golden core. The spiritual qi in the pill also felt like it was exploding. It had indeed reached the quality of a 7th-grade golden core, and it was even a superior grade 7th-grade golden core. Elderby was dumbfounded. Even though he had seen it with his own eyes, he still could not accept the fact that someone could refine a 6th-grade golden core into a 7th-grade one. This was the existence of an alchemy god. "Second uncle, what's wrong with you?" That bastard from the poison sect must be lying, right? Can you say something? Bai Yao had already noticed that something was wrong with the situation, so he went up to ask Elder Bai. However, Elder Bai himself did not know what was going on, so he was not in the mood to answer Bai Yao's question. The atmosphere became more and more strange. Many people from the medicine workshops had squeezed into the crowd to check the runes on the violent demon pill and the ascension pill. They were shocked when they saw the 7 runes on the surface. Even Qin Feng was shocked by Hua Tuo's power. However, he quickly regained his senses and looked at Zhang Ye. Zhang Ye immediately interrupted the meeting. He cleared his throat and said, "Ahem, ahem. The poison sect's multiform poison king has appraised the pills from both sides. Now, let's invite the multiform poison king to announce the final result." There's no need to comment. Both the violent demon pill and the ascension pill have been refined into 7th grade golden cores. Their quality is much better than the yin-yang golden core of the herbal faction. The St. Medic Hall deserves to be the champion of this round. The result of the competition had been reversed once again. No one knew what to say. Bai Yao and Elder Bai stood dumbly at the judges' table when they heard that the St. Medic Hall had snatched away the title of King of Pills and the #1 medicinal workshop. They did not even have the courage to refute. The 2 pills refined by Hua Tuo were simply too fucking heaven-defying. Does the herbal faction have any objections to this result? Xiao Jian asked the herbal faction. Bai Yao and Elder Bai wanted to say that they had objections, but it would only be a slap to their own faces. Almost everyone present was an alchemist, and they could tell that the St. Medic Hall's pills were superior. It would be pointless for the herbal faction to refuse to admit defeat. All right, since the herbal faction has no objections, I hereby announce that the King of Pills and the #1 medicinal workshop belong to the St. Medic Hall. The people from the herbal faction and the Yang Enterprise glared at Xiao Jian angrily. However, this time, no one dared to question Xiao Jian's decision. In the face of absolute power, petty tricks and petty conspiracies were nothing. The disciples of the St. Medic Hall were still in a daze. After losing Uncle Gu, they never thought that the St. Medic Hall could still win. Rin Xiaoyao screamed as if she was having a cramp. She jumped toward Qin Feng and said, "Ah, we won. We really won. This is great. Xiao Feng, that friend of yours is really awesome. I knew he was a great guy the moment I saw him." Rin Xiaoyao was so excited that she forgot herself and jumped into Qin Feng's arms. She didn't care that Qin Feng had taken advantage of her. Qin Feng was speechless. This girl really changed her attitude quickly. Previously, she looked down on Hua Tuo, but now she was praising him to the heavens. "Hey, I say, woman, can't you have some self-respect? You're hugging my man in front of so many people. Don't you have the guts to be so flirtatious?" Hua Yin suddenly became unhappy and pulled Rin Xiaoyao's arm. Rin Xiaoyao stood on her tiptoes and kissed Qin Feng on the lips. Then, she stuck her tongue out at Hua Yin and said, "Why wouldn't I dare? I kissed Xiao Feng. What can you do to me?" You're asking for a beating." Hua Yin was so angry that her breast surged. She slapped Rin Xiaoyao with her palm. Rin Xiaoyao didn't back down. She raised her slender hand and slapped Hua Yin's face. "It's not certain who will be the one getting beaten up." Rumble. A loud sound reverberated in the air. However, it wasn't the sound of Rin Xiaoyao and Hua Yan's palms colliding. Qin Feng had already blocked their attack and stood between them. At the entrance of the hall, Li Xiao Jie glanced at the crowd with a playful smile. Then he kicked the door open. The loud sound was the sound of the door hitting the wall. The Elixir Conference had ended, and the verdant sex operation had officially begun. "Hey, what's the meaning of this? Are you trying to ruin your own place? Why are there so many men in black? Are you trying to tear off the nameplate?" Li Xiao Jie had already led dozens of verdant sex disciples into the hall. Ghostface Mountain Man was standing in a corner of the room, observing the movements in the room. Everyone sensed a trace of danger. Their faces were solemn as they looked at the verdant sex disciples vigilantly. "Ha! Did you guys have a good time in the past 3 days? This lousy Elixir Conference is finally over. I heard that you guys have refined a lot of pills. Take them out and place them on the table, and I'll spare your lives." Li Xiao Jie laughed. His laughter was harsh and unpleasant to the ears. All the participating teams were dumbfounded. They could not figure out what was going on. Where the hell did these people come from? Are they trying to rob us of our pills? Are they stupid? Or did they forget to take their pills in the morning? The Dragon Sect and the Martial Art Alliance worked together to maintain order and safety in this year's Elixir Conference. How dare these people come and cause trouble? Who are you? How dare you come and rob us of our pills? Are you here to die? There were 33 participating teams in the hall, and there were more than 300 people in total. How could they be afraid of Li Xiaojie and his group? Li Xiaojie was not angry. The playful smile on his face became even more intense. You could try to challenge my authority, but there is only one ending for you, and that is death. Truly an arrogant brat who doesn't know the immensity of heaven and earth. Let my Black Dragon Gang deal with you. Li Xiaojie was too arrogant. Someone could not stand it anymore and threw a punch at Li Xiaojie. Bang! Before the man's fist could reach Li Xiaojie, a wind-breaking sound was heard. The man was a stage for enrich martial artist. How dare you come and die with such a weak ability? What a joke! Li Xiaojie's eyes were full of playfulness. He suddenly slapped the palm behind his back, and a violent aura surged out. The man's fist was just about to touch the tip of Li Xiaojie's nose when he was suddenly sent flying. Bang! The man crashed into the hard wall, and a layer of the wall fell off. The atmosphere fell into a brief silence. Another person shouted angrily and pounced forward. Your grandfather from the Brilliant Star Sect is here. Kid, watch my legs. This time, the person who attacked was an old man. Although he was old, his body was as light as a swallow. His whole body was suspended in the air, and his slender legs left afterimages in the air. Bang! Another loud sound was heard. Many people did not see what was going on. The old man from the Brilliant Star Sect had already landed on the ground and was lying next to the man from the Black Dragon Gang. Everyone clearly saw the old man's strength. He was a Stage 6 enrich expert. How could such an expert be so weak in front of Li Xiaojie? This scene shocked most of the people in the hall. The room fell into silence again. This time, no one came out to provoke Li Xiaojie. Even Zhang Yi and Xiao Jian did not make a sound. Zhang Yi had a plan in mind, and it was not convenient for him to make a move now. Xiao Jian was only a Stage 7 enrich expert, and he felt that he was no match for Li Xiaojie. Seeing that everyone had quietened down and no one dared to be arrogant anymore, Li Xiaojie revealed a proud expression. He enjoyed the feeling of suppressing everyone. Is no one coming out to die? I thought you were all very capable, but it turns out that you were just a bunch of trash. Li Xiaojie said all kinds of humiliating words. Everyone's faces turned ashen. They were so angry that they gritted their teeth, but no one dared to make a move. Qin Feng secretly gave Elder Yang a look. Elder Yang immediately understood. His figure flashed, and he struck a palm towards Li Xiaojie. Grandson, I represent the herbal sect to deal with you. Elder Yang had already broken through to Stage 7 Demon Cultivator. His speed was astonishing. Before his voice could completely spread, he was already standing in front of Li Xiaojie. Rumble! Li Xiaojie's expression changed drastically. He could no longer remain calm. He felt a strong sense of danger from Elder Yang's palm. He did not even have the chance to react. Instinctively, he met the attack with his palm. A loud sound spread. Li Xiaojie was forced to retreat. If it wasn't for the Verdant Sect disciples behind him, Li Xiaojie would have fallen flat on his butt. Elder Yang's sneak attack was successful. After his palm strike, he immediately leaped back into the crowd as if nothing had happened. Chapter 810. Li Xiaojie was slapped in the face as soon as he started showing off. He was so angry that his mouth became crooked. Because Elder Yang was too fast, and he was wearing a black robe and a straw hat, Li Xiaojie didn't even see his face clearly. He only remembered one sentence. Grandson, I'm here to take you in on behalf of the herbal sect. Motherfucker, where are the people from the herbal sect? Come out and face your death. Li Xiaojie was thoroughly enraged. His roar was as frightening as the roar of a wild beast. Everyone had witnessed Li Xiaojie's strength and were now fearful of him. The troops who were originally standing beside the herbal sect hurriedly took 3 large steps back, instantly separating the herbal sect from the Baoji Hall's 20 people. "You bunch of trash, die!" After finding his target, Li Xiaojie didn't waste any time and struck the herbal sect with his palm. A strong airflow exploded in the crowd. Although there were many people from the herbal sect, they were all experts in alchemy. Not many of them knew how to fight. In addition, Li Xiaojie's attack was too fast, and the herbal sect was tricked by the poison sect. The people from the herbal sect still didn't know what was going on. Boom! Li Xiaojie's palm strike killed 7 or 8 herbal sect martial artists who were staged for inner chi and below. The herbal sect was also a big sect in the martial arts world. They weren't pushovers. Seeing this scene, Bai Yao was so angry that his head started to emit smoke. "You murderous maniac! How dare you attack the herbal sect? Everyone, let's take his head together!" Bai Yao roared and took the lead to face Li Xiaojie. Bai Yao was very strong. He had a stage 8 inner chi aura with a palm strike. Boom! Bai Yao and Li Xiaojie's palms collided. Both of them were evenly matched. Both of them took 3 steps back. Bai Yao and the rest of the herbal sect's disciples had also regained their senses. While Li Xiaojie was retreating, a dozen people surrounded him. Bang, bang, bang. The air was filled with the sound of wind breaking. These people were all around stage 5 inner chi, and Elder Bai was even more powerful than Bai Yao. Li Xiaojie was surrounded by powerful inner chi from all directions. Li Xiaojie's expression changed drastically. He realized that he had been too pretentious, and there was no way out now. Dark corpse burning palm. A low roar suddenly rang out from the corner. A cloud of black mist suddenly shot towards them and surrounded Li Xiaojie and the medicine sect's disciples around him. The black fog rolled endlessly, emitting the smell of rotting corpses. Many people were so disgusted that they began to vomit. "Ah! Save me! Save me! What the hell is this? It's so uncomfortable." Heart-wrenching screams could be heard from within the black fog. Some of the medicine sect disciples who had been struck by the corpse energy immediately bled out of their 7 orifices and died. The more powerful cultivators were able to temporarily stop the corpse energy from invading their bodies, but they had also lost their ability to fight as a result. One of them was sent flying by Li Xiaojie's palm strike. Not good. This is the move of the evil cultivator sections. Everyone get away from this black gas. Elder Bai had already noticed the situation and was the first to jump out of the black fog. The rest of the herbal sect disciples wanted to escape as well, but they did not have the time. Bang, 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 bang. The black fog rang out incessantly. One by one, the medicine sect's disciples were sent flying out of the black fog and scattered in the corners of the room. Orthodox martial cultivators and demonic cultivators would be threatened by the black fog. However, Li Xiaojie was in the middle of the black fog. Not only was he fine, he seemed to be nourished by the spiritual energy and became even more powerful. Unknowingly, Ghostface Mountain Man was already standing in front of Li Xiaojie. He raised his hand, and the black fog suddenly disappeared. In less than 10 minutes, the herbal sect's disciples had suffered heavy casualties. Only Bai Yao and Elder Bai were left looking at Li Xiaojie and Ghostface Mountain Man anxiously. "You are from the Verdant sect?" Xiao Jian had already guessed Li Xiaojie's identity. He stared at the two with furrowed brows. You are right. We are the disciples of the Verdant sect. Today, the Verdant sect is conducting an operation. If you don't want to die, be obedient and hand over all the elixirs you have. If you do, I will spare your lives." Ghostface Mountain Man, who had been silent all this while, finally spoke. He was not afraid of exposing his identity as a disciple of the Verdant sect at all. The crowd exclaimed when they learned that the people who robbed the elixirs were the disciples of the Verdant sect. Everyone in the Chinese martial arts world knew about the evil and power of the Verdant sect. Xiao Jian had lost his confidence. However, as a member of the Martial Art Alliance, he had to pretend to be calm. The Verdant sect is really bold. Brother Zhang Yi and I will be representing the Martial Art Alliance and the Dragon sect in this elixir conference. How dare you come and rob the elixirs? Are you planning to go against the Martial Art Alliance, and the dragon sect? Xiao Jian tried to use his backer to suppress the verdant sect. However, Ghostface Mountain Man was not afraid at all. He even laughed unscrupulously. The Martial Art Alliance and the dragon sect? What are those things? Are you trying to use them to suppress me? Are you trying to make me laugh? We, the verdant sect, have been established for hundreds of years. When have we ever been afraid of anyone? Whoever dares to speak nonsense will end up like the herbal sect. Ghostface Mountain Man's laughter was so terrifying that it gave everyone goosebumps. This person did not even care about the Martial Art Alliance and the dragon sect. The last bit of hope in the hearts of the crowd was completely extinguished. The atmosphere in the hall had reached a freezing point. The temperature in the hall was so high that it was almost frozen. Uncle Yao, is the Elixir Conference over? Did our Yang's Chamber of Commerce win the championship? Just as the atmosphere was about to explode, Yang Wei suddenly rushed in with a dozen strongmen. Ever since Yang Wei was crippled by Li Xiao Jie 3 days ago, he had been sent back to the capital city to recuperate. However, for the past 3 days, Yang Wei had been so angry that he could not eat or sleep well. He was the dignified young master of the Yang family in the capital city. How could he be trampled on in a remote place like Hepping Town? Yang Wei had brought along 13 experts from his family to seek revenge. The hall was silent. Everyone's eyes fell on Yang Wei. Yang Wei was leaning on a walking stick. His right leg was still in a cast. This man was really impatient. He did not forget to bring people to seek revenge, even though he was injured to this extent. Huh? Where did this group of men in black come from? Why are you all so quiet? Uncle Yao, I'm asking you a question. Did we win the Elixir Conference? By the way, did that brat Xiao Feng from the St. Medic Hall and the owner of this amusement park run away? I found someone to take revenge. I'm going to kill them today. Bang! Before Yang Wei could finish his sentence, and before Uncle Yao could warn Yang Wei, his whole body was sent flying. His right leg, which was covered in plaster, hit the wall, and the plaster cracked. The broken bone that had just been reconnected was directly shattered into pieces. Idiot, I'm standing right here. What are you trying to do? Li Xiao Jie sent Yang Wei flying with a palm and cursed a few more times. The 13 guards from the Yang family finally came to their senses. They immediately surrounded Li Xiao Jie. How dare you touch young Master Yang? You're courting death. Let's attack together. Break the right legs of these men in black. Boom! The 13 Yang family guards were all Stage 5 inner Qi experts. When the 13 of them unleashed their Qi at the same time, their most powerful attacks were unleashed. In the blink of an eye, the 13 attacks were about to land on Li Xiao Jie. The ghost-faced mountain man sneered and casually waved his hand. A cloud of black mist instantly surrounded everyone. Screams of pain could be heard. The black mist was like a poisonous gas. It corroded the bodies of the Yang family guards in a frenzy. These relatively strong martial artists lost their ability to fight in the black mist. They could only let Li Xiao Jie punch and kick them. The sound of impact did not stop. The Yang family guards and the herbal faction disciples were sent flying one after another. Yang Wei fell to the ground in excruciating pain. He watched helplessly as the 13 masters he had called over were crushed like chickens. He still couldn't figure out the situation. My patience is limited. I'll say it one last time. Hurry up and take out all the pills you have. Otherwise, you'll die. The ghost-faced mountain man had lost his patience. His voice was as cold as ice. Some of the teams from the smaller pharmacies were scared. They took out their pills and placed them on the table. Their lives were obviously more important. Big Brother Xiao, what should we do? Some people were unwilling to give in. After all, they had refined many pills in this medicinal pill conference. Moreover, they had brought the medicinal ingredients with them. How could they give them away so easily? Everyone looked at Xiao Jian. The martial art alliance behind Xiao Jian was the most powerful. Some people looked at Zhang Yi because the dragon sex influence was not to be underestimated. I don't know. Xiao Jian was out of ideas. It was his bad luck to run into these verdant sect lunatics who were not afraid of death. Before Xiao Jian could finish, Qin Feng shouted, "Brothers, it's time to fight back. We have the advantage in numbers." Don't be afraid of those monsters. Just kill them like animals. As soon as Qin Feng finished speaking, Zhang Ye chimed in. Brother Qiao Feng is right. Let's attack together. The dragon sex people are already here. Rumble. As if to support Zhang Ye's words, a loud noise came from outside the door. Everyone looked toward the door and saw a group of men and women dressed in the dragon sect's special uniforms rushing in. The dragon sect of China is here. Surrender now, you evil cultivators. The leaders of the group were two beauties, Yin Wushuang and Lu Bingbing. Everyone forgot about the threat of the verdant sect when they saw the two beauties. They couldn't help but look at the two beauties. These two girls are of the highest quality. I'll take care of you first. Li Xiao Jie's eyes glowed with green light as he pounced toward Lu Bingbing and Yin Wushuang. It was obvious that he did not take the dragon sect seriously. Lu Bingbing had just broken through to stage for inner chi when she joined the dragon sect. She had only broken through to stage 5 inner chi 2 days ago after consuming the chi fortifying pill. Yin Wushuang instantly felt threatened. She pushed Lu Bingbing aside, pulled out her belt, and flung it at Li Xiaojie. Slap! Slap! Li Xiaojie's belt turned into a series of whips and lashed at Li Xiaojie. Li Xiaojie's expression changed slightly. He retracted his hand that was about to grab Yin Wushuang and retreated a few steps to avoid the overlapping force. The fight between the two parties was swift and violent. It was over in a breath's time. The rest of the dragon sect members had regained their senses. When they saw the instructor of the Xian group had started fighting, they immediately pounced on the verdant sect disciples. Let's attack together! When Qin Feng saw Li Xiaojie was about to attack Yin Wushuang and Lu Bingbing, he took the lead and dashed toward them. Countless howls of wind echoed in the air as white lights flashed and shot toward the verdant sect disciples. Zhang Ye was the second one to follow. All the members of the poison sect had joined the fray. Xiao Jian was stunned for a moment. Then, he too launched an attack while panting with rage. The rest of the pharmacies had been holding back their anger. It was time for them to explode. The battle was on the verge of breaking out. The scene was spectacular and fiery. More than 300 participants and 15 experts from the dragon sect besieged more than 20 disciples of the verdant sect. Li Xiaojie and Ghost-Faced Mountain Man were stunned. They did not expect the situation to turn out this way. According to their plan, they only needed to pick a few strong teams to suppress them, and the rest of the participants would have to obey them. However, the situation was completely out of their expectation. A bunch of ants? So what if you have more people? I'll kill all of you with my corpse chi. Ghost-Faced Mountain Man was surrounded by the most people. Even he was annoyed. Ghost-Faced Mountain Man let out a strange cry. Billowing black gas burst out from his body. The black gas had a rotten smell. A few participants from different sects fell to the ground as soon as they came into contact with the black gas. Some rolled their eyes and foamed at the mouth, while some died with blood flowing out of their 7 orifices. Retreat! Retreat from the range of the black gas. Ghost-Faced Mountain Man's corpse chi was too heavy. His attack could crush everyone. Even though there were more than 300 people on Qin Feng's side, none of them could get close to Ghost-Faced Mountain Man. Chapter 811. Motherfucker! The verdant sect is full of monsters. Are they even human? Their bodies are filled with the stench of corpses. Run for your lives. Don't fight them head-on. Do you want to die? The first wave of attacks was over before it even started. Many people from small pharmacies and sects were scared out of their wits. They took advantage of the chaos and ran for their lives. The hall was plunged into chaos. Some were fighting, some were running away, some were pretending to be dead, and some were stealing medicinal pills. Little Yao, put away our medicinal pills. Qin Feng quickly reminded Ren Xiao Yao when he noticed that someone was stealing medicinal pills from the tables. Ren Xiao Yao regained her senses and quickly put away the 3 most precious medicinal pills on the table. Next to them was the rank 7 Yin Yang golden pill, refined by the herbal sect. Ren Xiao Yao stared at the half-black and half-white medicinal pill with a hesitant expression on her face. You silly girl, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and steal them. Then go to the other tables and put away whatever you can find. Qin Feng shouted at Ren Xiaoyao as he fought with the verdant sect members. At the end of the day, Ren Xiaoyao was the heiress of the Saint Medic Hall. She had never stolen anything before. While she was feeling anxious, Ren Xiaoyao felt much more at ease after hearing Qin Feng's words. Who asked the herbal sect to play tricks on me? I'll take one of your medicinal pills as compensation. Ren Xiaoyao put the yin-yang golden pill on her body and grinned from ear to ear. Ren Xiaoyao seemed to be addicted to stealing. She began to search for medicinal pills from the pill furnaces of the participating teams one by one. Ren Xiaoyao's body was so full that she almost couldn't keep them all. Bai Yao, pay with your life. Hua Yin was hiding in the crowd, looking for an opportunity to strike. Suddenly, she leaped up and landed on Bai Yao's head. A blood-red whip appeared in her hand, and she lashed out with a flame attack. Bitch, how dare you sneak attack me? You're courting death. Bai Yao was a stage 8 inner chi martial artist, and Hua Yin was much weaker than him. Even if it was a sneak attack, Bai Yao was able to react quickly. Bai Yao's expression was ferocious as he turned around and slammed his palm into the air. In his palm, an incomparably powerful aura was rapidly condensing. Even before the aura was released, Bai Yao's eyes were filled with shock. He felt a sudden chill on his wrist and subconsciously looked at his right hand. The palm, which had been perfectly fine a moment ago, had suddenly disappeared without anyone noticing. The severed wrist had not even begun to bleed yet. This bizarre scene left Bai Yao feeling unwell. Yin Yin, come quickly. Unbeknownst to him, Qin Feng was already standing behind Bai Yao. The wind blade just now had been unleashed by Qin Feng. Qin Feng had already placed his hands on Bai Yao's shoulders, and a tremendous force suddenly pressed down on him. Bai Yao felt as if he was the monkey son that was trapped under the 5 Elements mountain, unable to move at all. The one with the surname Bai, remember, I'm from the alchemy faction's Hua family. Without any hesitation, Hua Yin swung the blood shadow whip in her hand. A gust of fiery wind rushed towards Bai Yao's forehead. Bai Yao's facial expression changed rapidly, which was extremely interesting. He had not regained his senses until the moment of his death. The other party was actually a member of the Hua family? Was the Hua family about to begin their revenge? Rumble. The flame exploded on top of Bai Yao's head, but Qin Feng had already dodged to the side. When he looked at Bai Yao again, there was only a pile of charred corpse lying in a pool of blood. Nephew? No. How dare you kill my nephew? Die. Master Bai suddenly roared at the sky after Bai Yao died. He was being besieged by a group of verdant sect's disciples. At this moment, a strong inner chi burst out of his body and rushed towards Hua Yin like a madman. The verdant sect's disciples wanted to stop Master Bai, but Master Bai had already lost his mind. His strength skyrocketed, and with a few slaps, he sent 6 verdant sect's disciples flying. Bitch, give me your life. In the blink of an eye, Master Bai had already swung his palm at Hua Yin. His stage 8 inner chi surged and surged. Hua Yin's body was falling from the sky, and she didn't even have time to swing her whip a second time. Rumble! A loud explosion sounded. Master Bai's white tang suit was torn into pieces. In front of Hua Yin, Qin Feng's broad and tall body stood in front of her like an unyielding mountain. When the two palms collided, Qin Feng's body tilted backward, and Master Bai was sent flying into the wall opposite of him. Xiao Feng, are you all right? Hua Yin hurriedly supported Qin Feng's body with a nervous expression. Qin Feng glanced at Hua Yin, and without saying a word, he rose to his feet and swung his palm at the void. Rumble! An intense fireball pierced through the air at lightning speed. In the next second, it enveloped Master Bai's body. Master Bai, who was stuck in the wall, didn't even have the chance to dodge. After a few screams, he was burned to ashes in the blink of an eye. Hua Yin was dumbfounded. Qin Feng's speed of growth was beyond her imagination. She still remembered the time when Qin Feng lived in Chang Xian's house with his original identity. At that time, Qin Feng was only a stage 6 inner chi warrior. In just 2 short months, Qin Feng had killed 2 stage 8 inner chi warriors with ease. Yin Yin, I promised you that I would help you kill all the participating teams from the herbal sect. Seeing Master Bai was killed, Qin Feng felt extremely satisfied. Hua Yin was so touched that her big eyes were filled with tears. She hugged Qin Fan tightly and said, "Thank you, my dear." Lu Bingbing and Yin Wushuang were infuriated by the scene of Qin Fan and Hua Yan's lovemaking. "Xiao Feng, do you want to die? Come and help me," Lu Bingbing said angrily. Qin Fan released Hua Yin hastily and said, "Yin Yin, wait for me outside. It's too dangerous in here." Before Hua Yin could refuse, Qin Fan pushed Hua Yin out of the door with a strong force. Then, Qin Fan leaped to Lu Bingbing and Yin Wushuang's side. This was the most intense moment of the battle. The Verdant sect had annihilated more than 10 of the 33 participating teams, and another 10 had fled. Only 4 or 5 teams were left. They were too caught up in the melee, or else they would have already fled for their lives. The Verdant sect had also suffered heavy casualties. The first batch of over 20 disciples were lying in pools of blood. Later, another 30 disciples arrived, but only 7 or 8 of them were left. The number of people on both sides was almost the same. However, the Verdant sect disciples were all evil cultivators. Their attacks and skills were extremely insidious. Therefore, the Verdant sect still had the upper hand. Zhang Yi was sent flying by Li Xiao Jie's kick. He spat out a mouthful of blood in midair. When he landed on the ground, he had lost the ability to continue fighting. As soon as Zhang Yi fell to the ground, the ghost-faced mountain man struck Xiao Jian with his palm. Xiao Jian was no match for the ghost-faced mountain man. His body was stuck in the frame of the window, and he passed out immediately. Many of the dragon sex experts had also fallen to the ground. The room was filled with the stench of corpses released by the ghost-faced mountain man. Rin Xiao Yao had joined the battle after stealing the pills. However, Lu Bingbing and Yin Wushuang were all injured. The 3 of them were feeling lightheaded after staying in the corpse-filled room for a long time. Team leader Yin, take Bingbing and Xiao Yao out. "Leave the battle to us men." Qin Fan leaped to Yin Wushuang's side and pushed them out of the room. Yin Wushuang was a very rational person. She had seen Qin Fan's true strength. He was a stage 9 inner chi expert. Yin Wushuang knew she would only be a burden if she stayed. She dragged Lu Bingbing and Rin Xiao Yao out of the room. Only Qin Fan and the 8 injured dragon sect members were left in the room. The poison sect members were lying on the ground. Only the multiform Poison King and Elder Yang could continue fighting. "Multiform Poison King, you and I will fight the ghost-faced mountain man. Elder Yang, you and the dragon sect members will be our cover. Let's clean up the Verdant sect bastards." Qin Fan roared and flew toward the ghost-faced mountain man. This was Qin Fan's second time fighting the ghost-faced mountain man. The last time was at Hepping Town. At that time, the Yin-Yang elders, Qin Fan, and junior uncle Yuan Jun of the Shaolin Temple failed to defeat the ghost-faced mountain man. Now that the ghost-faced mountain man had achieved another breakthrough, Qin Fan felt uncertain. Dark corpse burning palm. Suddenly, a gust of dark wind blew in the air. The dark mist was so dense that it looked like it was about to burn. The dark mist surrounded Qin Fan. Qin Fan had been poisoned by the corpse chi when he and Hua Yin fought Taoist Rakshasa on the Ghost Mountain. Although Qin Fan's body could absorb and convert the corpse chi, it took time for him to do so. The corpse chi of the ghost-faced mountain man was much denser than that of Taoist Rakshasa. Even though Qin Fan stood in the mist, he could feel his speed slowing down and his blood solidifying. Qin Fan, for women's screams came from the door. Although Yin Wushuang and the other 3 beauties had left the battlefield, they stood outside the door and watched the battle anxiously. When they saw Qin Fan was surrounded by the dark mist, they could no longer see him clearly. Rumble! Just as the 4 ladies were about to rush into the room to rescue Qin Fan, a series of loud noises came from the dark mist. A dazzling and holy white light pierced through the dark mist like the last ray of light in the darkness. 2 white lights, 3 white lights, 8 white lights. It was as if a sun had risen from the sky and illuminated the dark mist. Qin Fan was surrounded by a holy and righteous aura. He slowly descended from the sky like the sun of heaven, descending to punish the evil in this world. The 4 beauties were dumbfounded. At this moment, Qin Feng's holy radiance was even more dazzling than Prince Charming in fairy tales. Although he still had Xiao Feng's ordinary face, he had already captured the hearts of the four beauties. Yeah, what the hell is this? The aura of righteous surged and engulfed the entire room in an instant. The corpse chi was quickly disappearing. The ghost-faced mountain man covered his eyes as if he was afraid of the aura of righteous. This is the aura of evil that can destroy the world. Die, you monster! As soon as Qin Fen landed on the ground, he leaped into the air again. A strange energy wave rippled around him. A pure and holy aura of righteous appeared around Qin Fen. A snow-white longsword appeared in his hand. The angel's sword fell from the sky. It did not carry a powerful aura, but it struck fear into the ghost-faced mountain man's heart. No, don't rumble. The ghost-faced mountain man felt his body being restrained. He could not escape, even if he wanted to. The angel's sword fell swiftly. When it touched the ghost-faced mountain man's body, clouds of dark mist emerged like the smoke from an explosion. The ghost-faced mountain man's face began to contort. His body that was touched by the angel's sword turned into dark mist and disappeared. The dark mist was thick, but it could not contaminate the angel's sword. Under the illumination of the white light, the dark mist quickly dissipated as if it was never there. Bang, 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 bang. Sounds of collisions rang out in the surroundings. Since Qin Fen had activated the halo of justice and the angel's sword, the strength of the verdant sect's evil cultivators was suppressed. Elder Yang led the dragon sect members and launched a series of attacks, knocking the remaining verdant sect's disciples to the ground. The dragon sect members were exhilarated by the brutal massacre. Chapter 812. Qin Feng did not expect the halo of justice to be so powerful when used with the Sword of Angel. Before the multiform Poison King could make a move, Qin Feng had killed the Ghostface Hillman all by himself. There was no need to doubt Ghostface Mountain Man's strength. Seeing such a huge monster suddenly die, everyone was so shocked that they even forgot to continue fighting. With the death of the Ghostface Hillman, the verdant sect's plan to steal the pills had failed. Li Xiaojie looked at his master, who had turned into corpse chi, and not even a speck of dust was left. He was so scared that his face turned pale. How could he still want to fight? He casually sent out 2 clouds of black mist to cover his back, and his figure flashed, directly escaping from the window. Where do you think you're going? Stop! Yan Wushuang and Lu Bingbing chased after Li Xiaojie. Hua Yin and Ren Xiao Yao rushed into the room and came to Qin Feng's side. What's wrong, Xiao Feng? Qin Feng had just killed the Ghostface Hillman when he fell to the ground. His face was as pale as a sheet of paper. From time to time, wisps of black corpse chi would emerge from his body. Ren Xiao Yao held Qin Feng in her arms and looked at Qin Feng with a worried expression. Hey, why are you holding my man? Go away. I'll take care of Xiao Feng. Hua Yin was immediately displeased. She snatched Qin Feng from Ren Xiao Yao's embrace and quickly found an antidote pill on her body. She threw it into Qin Feng's mouth. How dare you push me? I'm going to kill you. Hua Yin pushed Ren Xiao Yao so hard that she fell to the ground. Ren Xiao Yao's temper rose. She leaped to her feet, drew the waning moon sword from her waist, and stabbed at Hua Yin. Slap! Hua Yin was not afraid. She swung her jade-like hand, and the blood shadow whip fell from the sky. A fiery red shadow shot towards the sword chi that was coming at her. Bang! Bang! The 2 chi collided, and the air was filled with the sound of explosions. Seeing the 2 women fighting for Qin Feng, the members of the dragon sect did not dare to speak. They pretended to see nothing and continued to clean up the corpses. The multiform Poison King and Elder Yang did not want to get involved in this family dispute. They carried the injured disciples of the poison sect together and began to treat their wounds. Ren Xiao Yao and Hua Yin were equally matched, and the battle was in full swing. Qin Feng was about to die from anger when he saw this, but he didn't have any strength left in his body. Qin Feng had been poisoned by the Ghostface Hillman's corpse chi, and when he unleashed his inner chi to fight the Ghostface Hillman, the corpse chi began to circulate rapidly in Qin Feng's body. Now, it had started to corrode Qin Feng's organs. Stop! Qin Feng suppressed the boiling corpses in his body and roared. Hua Yin and Rin Xiao Yao immediately stopped and ran to Qin Feng's side. Xiao Feng, how are you? Darling, did you get infected by the corpse qi again? I just gave you an antidote pill. Quickly circulate your qi to force the corpse qi out. The two women looked at Qin Feng worriedly. When Qin Feng saw their anxious expressions, he didn't want to get angry at them anymore. Hurry up and get Bing Bing and the others back. They're no match for Li Xiaojie. Qin Feng's heart was filled with worry for Lu Bingbing and Yen Wushuang. When he saw the two ladies chasing after Li Xiaojie, he planned to follow them. However, his body was corroded by the corpse qi, and he had no strength to move at all. On such an important matter, Rin Xiao Yao and Hua Yin no longer threw a tantrum. The two girls glared at each other and hurriedly ran out. I fulfilled my promise. Now, can you give me the antidote? The multiform Poison King came to Qin Feng's side as soon as the two ladies left. Protect me first. I'll give you the antidote after I recuperate. Don't think of sneaking up on me. I don't have the antidote with me. After Qin Feng finished speaking, he sat cross-legged and began to absorb the corpse qi in his body without waiting for the multiform Poison King's reaction. The multiform Poison King rolled his eyes. He was almost angered to death by Qin Feng. He was the leader of the poison sect. Since when did he become someone's protector? Although he was extremely dissatisfied, the multiform Poison King could only endure it in order to get the antidote for the King of Poisons. Qin Feng guessed that the multiform Poison King wouldn't dare to act recklessly, so he focused on recuperating. During the Ghost Mountain mission, Qin Feng was infected by the corpse qi. Then, he was infected by Hua Yan's frigid demon qi. Qin Feng thought that his body was in trouble. However, he found out that he could absorb the demon qi and corpses and purify them into spiritual qi to cultivate. Qin Feng realized that his body was not normal. He wanted the system to solve the mystery of his body, but he needed 10 million hedonist points to solve it. Qin Feng immediately gave up. The corpse qi in Qin Feng's body attacked wildly, but it was slowly suppressed by Qin Feng's inner qi. The corpse qi mixed with his inner qi and began to be purified. In the end, it became abundant spiritual qi. After a great circulation, the corpse qi in Qin Feng's body disappeared. He had just broken through stage 8 inner qi, but he felt that his dantian was expanding. It seemed that he was about to break through again. A series of hurried footsteps came from outside. Qin Feng opened his eyes and saw 4 beautiful women crouching beside him with worried expressions. I heard that you were infected by the corpse qi. Are you all right? Lu Bingbing's thin brows knitted together. Fortunately, there were too many people around. Otherwise, she would have pulled Qin Feng up and examined him carefully. Yen Wushuang was also full of worry, but she hid it in her heart. I'm fine. I've already forced the corpse qi out of my body. Qin Feng stood up. He didn't tell the others that he used the corpse qi to cultivate. He was afraid that he would scare the beautiful women away. Team Leader Qiao, Instructor Yin, the members of the Dragon Sect walked up to Qin Feng when they saw that he was fine. Xiao Feng, Li Xiaojie escaped. Yin Wushuang looked at Qin Feng with guilt. Qin Feng patted Yin Wushuang's shoulder and said softly, I'm relieved that you and Bing Bing are fine. Li Xiaojie will catch him sooner or later. Don't blame yourself too much. All the members of the Dragon Sect were from the Huang group, so they already knew about the relationship between Xiao Feng and Yin Wushuang. Therefore, they turned their heads and pretended that they didn't see the affection between the two. Yin Wushuang's heart was filled with warmth. Her beautiful eyes finally revealed a trace of affection. She stole a glance at Qin Feng, and the shy expression on her face disappeared immediately. Qin Feng hastily put on a serious face because he saw that Lu Bingbing's face was so cold that it was almost frozen. Qin Feng pretended to be calm. He cleared his throat and yelled, These bastards from the Verdant Sect are simply lawless. How dare they come to the Elixir Conference to rob the elixirs, capture those who are still alive, and interrogate them with torture. Try to get the location of the Verdant Sect's base. As the deputy team leader of the Huang group, Qin Feng ordered the members of the Huang group to get to work immediately. Lu Bingbing glared at Qin Feng and joined the team. Yin Wushuang went to the side to make a call. She was probably calling for a car to pick them up. Rin Xiaoyao was taking care of the injured disciples of the Saint Medic Hall, while Hua Yin stayed by Qin Feng's side. Qin Feng went to the window and pulled Xiao Jian down from the frame. He fed him a healing pill, and Xiao Jian woke up after a while. Apothecary Xiao Feng? Am I still alive? Don't tell me both of us are dead? Qin Feng was speechless when he saw Xiao Jian's anxious face as soon as he woke up. Even if you want to die, don't think about me. Brother Xiao, we are all fine. The Dragon Sect has already defeated the Verdant Sect. Do you want to call the Martial Art Alliance and ask them to send some people here to deal with the aftermath? Xiao Jian's body trembled with excitement when he found out that he was still alive. Okay. I'll call the headquarters in the provincial capital now. I'm going to kill those bastards from the Verdant Sect. Everyone was in full swing, and Qin Feng and Hua Yin had become idle people. The two of them stood outside the Fun City, enjoying the cool breeze. Hua Yan's eyes were a little hollow. She looked to the north, thinking about something. Qin Feng, I have something to do. I have to go now, Hua Yin said suddenly. Qin Feng pulled Hua Yin into his arms. Now that the herbal sex team had been eliminated, Qin Feng thought that Hua Yin would be happy. He didn't expect that she would be so preoccupied. Where are you going? I'll go with you. Qin Feng hugged Hua Yin tightly. He was a little worried about her. She wouldn't want him to kill his way to the herbal sex base to take revenge. Would she? Don't worry. I'm not stupid enough to go to the herbal sect to take revenge. I want to go home. Hua Yin and Qin Feng were becoming more and more in sync. They had reached a kind of telepathic connection. Qin Feng didn't need to say anything to know what he was worried about. Go home? Wasn't your Hua family framed? We haven't been completely annihilated yet. Grandfather managed to escape with some of our juniors. Hua Yan's face was full of sadness. Qin Feng didn't ask any more questions. He hugged Hua Yin and said, Let's go. I'll go home with you to see everyone. Hua Yin looked at Qin Feng. Her beautiful eyes were full of warm emotions. The two of them were already walking towards the outskirts of Hepping Town. When they arrived at a vast plain, Qin Feng recalled that this was the place where he fought the ghost-faced mountain man. Further ahead was a quiet village. This area was very rich in spiritual energy. At that time, Qin Feng thought it was strange. Is that village your home? Qin Feng asked. That's right. Hua Yin held Qin Feng's arm and lowered her head, saying, 10 years ago, Grandpa took us to escape from the Pill sect and came to this quiet and peaceful place to build a new home. There were no villages or so many forests here. After we came here, we built everything one by one. As the two of them walked toward the village, Hua Yin told Qin Feng about her childhood. Qin Feng's heart ached when he heard her story. He swore to treat Hua Yin well in the future. He would never let her be bullied again. He would also protect the other women. Before they knew it, the two of them had arrived at the entrance of the village. The spiritual energy in this area had doubled. It was even more abundant than the spiritual energy in the outer area of Devil Beast Mountain. Qin Feng, we're home. This is my new home, the Herb Village. Hua Yin lifted her head and looked at the wooden sign on the wooden stake at the entrance of the village. The words Herb Village were written on it. Hua Yin hadn't been back for a long time. Her eyes became misty when she saw the familiar scenery of the Herb Village. Ah, is Sister Hua Yin back? Ah, it's really Sister Hua Yin. Hua Rui, Hua Fei, come quickly. Sister Hua Yin is back. A few children were playing at the entrance of the village. They rushed toward Hua Yin as soon as they saw her. They were so happy that it was as if they were celebrating the new year. One of them was a cute, chubby girl with a ponytail. Her name was Hua Hai. She was young, but her voice was so loud that it could be heard throughout the entire Herb Village. Soon a series of footsteps came from the Herb Village. A dozen boys and girls ran out of the village. They were all very young. The oldest among them looked to be around 16 years old. Sister Hua Yin, you're finally back. We missed you so much. Sister Hua Yin, please help Rui. Hua Fei is so annoying. He always steals the candies that Grandpa gave me. Sister Hua Yin, they were all innocent and cute faces. Their voices were so childish that they sounded like they were acting like a spoiled child. Qin Feng had fallen in love with this group of lively and adorable children the first time he saw them. Hua Yin held back her tears as she looked at everyone with a bright and warm smile. The little girls had already thrown themselves into Hua Yan's arms and hugged her tightly, as if they were hugging their mother. Sister Hua Yin, who is this big brother? Wow! Sister Hua Yin is hugging Big Brother's arm. Are you two dating? Sister Hua Yin is dating. Did Big Sister Hua Yin kiss this big brother? Grandpa said that kissing will make you pregnant. Sister Hua Yin, you have to be careful. Chapter 813. More than a dozen children surrounded Qin Feng and Hua Yin, jumping and chirping like birds. Qin Feng had just come out from a bloody battlefield, so it was amazing to be surrounded by a group of innocent children. Hua Yan's pretty face suddenly blushed. These were her younger brothers and sisters. Everyone's questions made Hua Yin feel shy. She didn't know how to answer them. Ahem, is Hua Yin back? I missed you so much, Grandpa. An old but kind voice came from afar. An old man in a gray robe and cloth shoes walked toward them with a walking stick. Hua Yin hurriedly pulled Qin Feng to greet the old man. Grandpa, Hua Yin hasn't been back for a long time. Hua Yin is unfilial. Hua Yin couldn't hold back her tears when she saw the old man's gray hair and weathered face. She threw herself into the old man's arms and cried. You're a big girl now, but you're still like a little girl. Don't cry. It's good that you're back. The old man's eyes were full of doting light as he caressed Hua Yan's head. Grandpa, Big Sister Hua Yin is in love. She brought our brother-in-law back. This is our brother-in-law. He's tall and strong, but his face is a little ordinary. I still can't remember his face. That's great. We have a brother-in-law now. He looks like a powerful man. He can avenge our Hua family. The child chirped again. The old man's gaze fell on Qin Feng. His loving gaze suddenly became fierce, and he looked Qin Feng up and down. Are you Hua Yan's boyfriend? The old man asked. Qin Feng didn't answer. He was stunned when he saw Hua Yan's grandfather, and he was still in a daze. Qin Feng knew Hua Yan's grandfather. He was one of the experimenters that Qin Feng had rescued in Feng Yun Fun City. At that time, Li Tao had also been imprisoned. Qin Feng had rescued Li Tao and allowed him to escape with everyone else. He didn't expect that this old man and the children were the people that Qin Feng had rescued. Grandpa, please don't be angry. Qin Feng is my teacher. He's talented and nice to me. So, we slowly got together. Before Qin Feng could speak, Hua Yin suddenly became nervous. As the oldest member of the medicine village's younger generation, Hua Yin had always kept her desire for revenge in her heart. It could be said that Hua Yin had shouldered the responsibility of avenging the Hua clan all by herself. After all, her younger siblings were too young. The oldest was only 16 years old, and her grandfather was even older. Thus, she could only rely on Hua Yin to avenge herself. Hua Yin was afraid that her grandfather would misunderstand her and think that she had forgotten about the Hua family's vengeance and had gone out to indulge in a life of luxury. Hua Yin suddenly felt guilty because she had indeed fallen in love with Qin Feng. She felt that she hadn't worked hard enough in her vengeance. The old man stared at Qin Feng for a long time before he let out a long sigh. Yin Yin, you like this young man, don't you? Yes. Hua Yin nodded shyly. The elderly man suddenly retracted his sharp gaze. He looked at Qin Feng benevolently. Not bad, this child is not bad at all. All of you should live well in the future. Don't bother about the Hua family's important matter anymore. As soon as the elderly man finished speaking, Hua Yin immediately became nervous. She quickly knelt in front of her grandfather. Grandpa, please don't be angry. I'll definitely avenge the Hua family. The elderly man quickly bent down and helped Hua Yin up. He wiped the tears from Hua Yan's eyes dotingly. Silly child, I don't blame you. Listen to me and forget about that matter. Sigh. We've been living a tiring life for the past 10 years. Perhaps it'll be better if we let it go. The elderly man wanted to let it go, but how could he let it go? He was selfless and accepted by Yao's grandfather as his disciple. He did not mind that Yao's grandfather was an outsider and patiently taught him everything he knew. However, he was betrayed by his disciple and caused the Hua family to suffer a great calamity. Now, only he and a group of grandchildren who had lost their parents were left. The elderly man could not let it go, but he hoped that Hua Yin would be happy. The elderly man only made this decision when he saw that Hua Yin had found her true love. Hua Yin cried so hard that she could not speak. The children surrounded Hua Yin and her grandfather. They did not know what had happened. They looked lost and scared. Elder Hua, do you still remember me? Qin Feng felt uncomfortable. He hugged Hua Yin in his arms and looked at the elderly man. The elderly man was slightly stunned. He looked at Qin Feng carefully and said with certainty, I don't think we've met before. Do you know me? Qin Feng had gone to the amusement park to save people with his original appearance. Now he had changed back to his original appearance. Seeing Qin Feng change into a different person like a magic trick, Hua Yan's siblings were so excited that they danced with joy. Wow! Brother-in-law is a transformer. Brother-in-law is so handsome now. No wonder big sister Hua Yin is infatuated with him. The children chattered non-stop. They did not understand what was going on. Elder Hua was dumbfounded. His eyeballs almost fell to the ground. You're the young hero who saved us? Elder Hua recognized Qin Feng at first glance because Qin Feng had saved his life and the children's lives. Grandpa, why you know each other? Hua Yin was puzzled. She looked at Qin Feng and her grandfather in surprise. Qin Feng smiled and said, Do you still remember the time when you were captured by the people of Ghost Face Mountain and brought to the amusement park? I came to rescue you that time. Then, I found an experimental base in Fun City. Your grandfather and your siblings were imprisoned there, so I rescued them all. Qin Feng told Hua Yin everything that happened that time. Hua Yin was dumbfounded. She did not expect that there would be a follow-up story. She looked at her grandfather immediately. Grandpa, are you all right? Fun City is one of the bases of the Verdant sect. Did they do anything to you after they captured you? Don't worry. Thanks to your boyfriend's timely arrival, the children and I are fine. The few of them chatted for a while and finally smoothed out the previous matters. Hua Yin was extremely touched when she learned that Qin Feng had saved her grandfather and siblings. She hugged Qin Feng tightly and wished that she could melt into his embrace. Elder Hua did not know Qiao Feng's true identity. He was worried that Hua Yin would be in a disadvantageous position if she were to be with Qiao Feng. Now that he knew Qin Feng's true identity, Elder Hua recognized Qin Feng as his grandson-in-law. He began to praise Qin Feng in all sorts of ways and was eager to give Hua Yin to Qin Feng. The children also liked Qin Feng very much. It did not take long for them to get familiar with Qin Feng. Qin Feng held a little one in each hand and 2 little ones on his shoulders. He was having a great time playing with them. Qin Feng, I left in a hurry last time and didn't have the chance to thank you properly. I didn't expect you to be Yin Yan's boyfriend. This must be fate. Come in and have a seat. Elder Hua invited Qin Feng into the village after playing outside for a while. Qin Feng was stunned as soon as he stepped into the herb village. It was a huge herb village. There were all kinds of spiritual plants and herbs on both sides of the road. Several children were picking ripe herbs and fruits, and some people were watering the plants. Qin Feng finally understood. No wonder the spirit qi in this area was so dense. It was because of the spirit grass and spirit plants. The alchemy sect was the #1 alchemy sect in the outer martial world 10 years ago. Even though the alchemy sect no longer existed and more than half of the Hua family members had left, Elder Hua's experience and knowledge were still there. He persisted in training his descendants to become qualified alchemists. Qin Feng also figured out many other questions. The reason why the Verdant sect built their research base in a remote place like Hepping Town was probably because they sensed the rich spiritual energy in this area. The reason why Hua Yin planted herbs in the garden of Chang Xian's villa was because she was influenced and nurtured by her grandfather since she was young. The Hua family was not an ordinary alchemy family. Not only did they know how to concoct pills, but they also knew how to plant spiritual plants and herbs. The Hua family was a cultured and influential family. Qin Feng, the scenery in my house is not bad, right? I grew up in this herb garden. Almost half of the herbs here were planted by me. Hua Yin returned home and learned about the relationship between Qin Feng and her grandfather. She was in an indescribable mood. She hopped around Qin Feng like a little bird. Qin Feng embraced Hua Yin dotingly. He looked at Elder Hua and said, "Old master, I have my own city under construction. If you are willing, I would like to arrange for everyone to stay in Hero City for a long time. What do you think?" Hua Yin and Elder Hua were stunned. Hua Yin did not know that Qin Feng was building Hero City, and Elder Hua did not expect Qin Feng to make such a suggestion. Qin Feng, where will you build your Hero City? Why don't I know about it? Hua Yin asked Qin Feng. It's at the mountain resort in Acropolis City. I've renovated the mountain resort and bought a piece of land behind it. It's about 30,000 square kilometers and can accommodate a population of 100,000 people. It's surrounded by mountains on both sides, Song River on the back, and Devil Beast Mountain on the other side. I've just started building it recently. Qin Feng explained the situation of Hero City in detail. He really hoped that the people of the Herb Village would move there, because he was very worried about their safety. Hua Yin was dumbfounded. She did not expect Qin Feng to start building his own city. 30,000 square kilometers? A population of 100,000 people? That's a small county town. Elder Hua was also stunned for a moment. When he regained his senses, he said, "Qin Feng, since you're Hua Yan's boyfriend and our savior, I won't treat you as an outsider. I'd like to move the Herb Village to your Hero City so that I can rest assured about the safety of the children." Elder Hua had been worried about the children's safety ever since he was captured by the Verdant sect for experiments. Elder Hua was a Stage 9 inner chi expert. However, 10 years ago, in order to escape from the Dan sect, he used all his inner chi to expel the poison from his body. Now he was an ordinary person. Elder Hua could not protect the children. Every day, he hoped that the children would grow up quickly and have the ability to protect themselves. Elder Hua, it's good that you agree. You can treat Hero City as your home. I have many friends there, and I'll ask them to serve you. Qin Feng was elated when he heard that Elder Hua agreed to go to Hero City. Hua Yin knew Qin Feng's intention. She hugged Qin Feng's arm tighter. She was very grateful to Qin Feng and did not know how to repay him. Hua Yin knew that she was going to move. She was going to leave the medicine village that she had lived in for 10 years, and she was a little reluctant. Qin Feng took the initiative to stay in the Herb Village and accompanied Hua Yin for one last night. Yin Wushuang and Liu Bingbing brought the Verdant sect's disciples back to the Dragon sect. The Martial Art Alliance also sent reinforcements to the Dragon sect. The higher-ups of the Martial Art Alliance's law enforcement hall were furious when they learned about the Verdant sect's actions. They immediately issued an arrest warrant and ordered the Martial Art Alliance to hunt down the Verdant sect's disciples. Ren Xiao Yao brought the disciples of Saint Medic back to the Dragon sect with great rewards. Ren Xiao Yao was overjoyed when he heard that Saint Medic was crowned as the Elixir King and the #1 medicinal clinic. Ren Xiao Yao even stole a lot of medicinal pills, including the medicinal pills that Qin Feng won from Yang Wei. Ren Xiao Yao earned back half a year's worth of cultivation resources. The elders of the Ren family were overjoyed when they learned that Ren Xiao Yao had won the championship. When they learned that Uncle Gu had betrayed Saint Medic, they scolded Uncle Gu to death. The Dragon sect also recorded Yin Wushuang, Liu Bingbing, and Zhang Ye's contributions. Liu Bingbing was very happy that she had made a contribution as soon as she joined the Dragon sect. Qin Feng had recorded the most contributions. However, he did not have time to return to the Dragon sect. After staying in the Herb Village for a day, he brought the Hua family to Hero City. AA 2705221. Chapter 814. Ding! Congratulations, host Qin Feng, for completing the mission to help Saint Medic obtain the title of King of Elixirs. The system rewards host Qin Feng 50,000 Hedonist points and the system's hidden interface, Myriad Treasure Pavilion. Myriad Treasure Pavilion Introduction. The Myriad Treasure Pavilion can be used to store equipment, medicinal pills, medicinal ingredients, and other materials. White-grade spiritual equipment can be upgraded to higher-grade spiritual equipment. Grade 1 miraculous pills can be upgraded to Grade 2 or higher-grade pills, and ordinary medicinal ingredients can be upgraded to high-grade medicinal ingredients and materials. Host Qin Feng has a total of 68,000 hedonist points. The system beep rang in Qin Feng's mind after he completed the mission. Qin Feng was very interested in the Myriad Treasure Pavilion's functions. However, he was currently in Hero City, and he was surrounded by beautiful women and children. Qin Feng needed to find a quiet place to study it. Hero City was being built like a raging fire every day. Qin Feng and the people from the Herb Village arrived at Hero City. Now, there were more than 20 innocent and lively children in Hero City. The atmosphere was lively, and it felt like it was New Year's Eve. Longhair and Huang Jinghua came to greet Qin Feng and quickly left. They were afraid that Qin Feng's harem would start fighting when they saw Qin Feng had brought back another woman. Evidently, their worries were unnecessary because the cute children from the medicine village had come over. Zhao Lingxian and the other beauties all fell in love with these children and were currently playing with them. After all, Qin Feng's women were kind-hearted and loved children. They even wanted to give birth to a few monkeys for Qin Feng. However, everyone knew that Qin Feng had a heavy burden on his shoulders, and it wasn't time yet. Wow, the big sisters here are so beautiful. Are you all brother-in-law's women? Brother-in-law is amazing. It's over. Can big sister Hua Yin compete with so many fairy sisters for brother-in-law's husband? Brother-in-law, I like the prettiest girl in my class, but she doesn't seem to love me. Hurry up and teach me a few tricks to pick up girls. I'll make her mine tomorrow. Some of the children surrounded Lin Bei Bei and the other beauties and chattered away. A few little boys surrounded Qin Feng and asked him how to pick up girls. Some hugged Hua Yin and looked worriedly at big sister Hua Yin. The scene was simply too funny. Elder Hua fell in love with the construction and scenery of Hero City. Hero City was heavily guarded, and there were many Stage 6 inner chi experts among the guards. Now, Elder Hua could rest assured about the children's safety. As for the fact that Qin Feng had many women, Elder Hua didn't even care about it. Elder Hua was originally the sect leader of the alchemy faction. As an outer martial arts sect, the alchemy faction still retained some of the customs and concepts that had been passed down from ancient times. It was very common for one to have 3 wives and 4 concubines in the ancient martial arts world of Huaxia. Back then, Elder Hua had 3 women, but all of them had been killed. Qin Feng, that's enough. Are you planning to turn Hero City into your own harem city? Then, you can choose concubines from all over the country and get 100,000 beauties to serve you. Bai Qing and Zhao Lingxian pulled Qin Feng to the side and started to complain. Although the 2 women didn't show any strange emotions in front of Hua Yin and the children, they both deeply loved Qin Feng. It would be a lie to say that they didn't care if Qin Feng had more women. Lin Bei Bei also came over, but she obediently stood to the side and kept smiling foolishly at Qin Feng. This girl really didn't care how many women Qin Feng had around him. Lingxian, Qing, don't be angry. Learn from Bei Bei. Look at how good Bei Bei's attitude is and how sweet her smile is. Qin Feng smiled as he pulled Lin Bei Bei into his embrace. Lin Bei Bei's face became bright red. Bai Qing and Zhao Lingxian slapped their foreheads. They didn't know what to say to Bei Bei. The 3 women had discussed beforehand that they would reprimand Qin Feng together and teach him a lesson. Otherwise, if he continued to develop at this speed, it would be disastrous in the future. However, as soon as Lin Bei Bei came over, she didn't even get to say a word before she was captured by Qin Feng. Bei Bei, what are you doing? Come here. Bai Qing helplessly looked at Lin Bei Bei. Bei Bei, have you forgotten about our agreement? Zhao Lingxian added. Lin Bei Bei looked as if she had suddenly realized something. She hurriedly crawled out of Qin Feng's embrace and walked towards Zhao Lingxian and Bai Qing. Before she had even taken 2 steps, Qin Feng said, Bei Bei, where are you going? Come back. Lin Bei Bei suddenly stopped and stood between Qin Feng by Qing and Zhao Lingxian. She looked at her two good sisters for a while, then turned to look at Qin Feng. She didn't know what to do. Bei, come over here. Don't listen to Qin Feng's nonsense. Qin Feng, you're not allowed to bully Bei. You've made her have a phobia of choice. Bai Qing tempted Lin Bei to come over, while Zhao Lingxian stopped Qin Feng from speaking. The two women cooperated very well. I didn't bully Bei. Bei promised that she'd be obedient to me in the future. Don't you think so, Bei? Qin Feng wasn't worried at all. He chuckled as he looked at Lin Bei's beautiful figure. Lin Bei's expression was one of indecision. She was about to die from suffering. Big sisters, Qin Feng hasn't come back in a long time. Let's let him have his way. In the end, Lin Bei gritted her teeth and walked over to Qin Feng. She obediently burrowed into Qin Feng's embrace like a little cat. Bai Qing was most likely still working and rushed over after hearing that Qin Feng had returned. This was because she was wearing a black silk uniform. She was so angry that she crossed her arms in front of her chest, and her breasts were about to burst. Zhao Lingxian was dressed in a snow-white dress like a princess, and she wore a crystal crown on her head. Ever since she had done it with Qin Feng, her innate charm had been uncontrollable. Zhao Lingxian pouted and stomped her foot. Seeing her flirtatious appearance, Qin Feng couldn't take it anymore. Ha! Do you see how obedient Bei is? I like women like her the most. You two still don't have high enough awareness. You still need to improve. Qin Feng looked at the two women complacently. The two women were so angry that they couldn't say anything. Big brother Qin Feng, did you know that Xiao Jia was too bored, so you brought so many friends to play with me? Lu Xiaojia and Lu Wenjing also walked over. Lu Xiaojia was the happiest to see her friends from the medicine village. Qin Feng, I really like those kids. That Hua Yin isn't bad either. We've already become good sisters, unlike some people who reject people as soon as they come. Lu Wenjing could tell that Bai Qing and Zhao Lingxian were blaming Qin Feng. Last time, when the beautiful Su sisters came, Lu Wenjing had suffered because of this. This time, Lu Wenjing was smarter. She didn't reject Hua Yin, and instead directly pulled Hua Yin into her and Xiao Jia's battle team. Yu, Bai Qing, and Zhao Lingxian had just been angered by Qin Feng, and now they were angered by Lu Wenjing. The two women were so angry that they couldn't say anything. Lu Wenjing had been at a disadvantage in bickering recently, and now she finally had the upper hand. Seeing Zhao Lingxian and Bai Qing's red faces, Lu Wenjing was very happy. Seeing that the beauties were about to start fighting again, Qin Feng hurriedly extinguished this bad sign. Jing, go prepare lunch. There'll be a lot of people at noon, so let's have a big gathering. Qin Feng helped Lu Wenjing fix her hair. A warm feeling welled up in Lu Wenjing's heart. She hugged Qin Feng and ran off. Qin Feng then walked over to Zhao Lingxian and Bai Qing's side and hugged each of them. The two women were still sulking and started to struggle in Qin Feng's embrace. Qin Feng forcefully pressed them down and kissed them on the lips. The two women were so embarrassed that they lowered their heads. Let's go. We'll take those kids on a tour of Hero City. As big sisters, you should have some bearing. Qin Feng's two passionate kisses calmed Zhao Lingxian and Bai Qing's anger. The two women hadn't seen Qin Feng for a few days, and now that he was back, they really missed him. Seeing Qin Feng deftly defuse the storm, Lin Bei chuckled and followed behind the three of them. Although she was on Bai Qing and Zhao Lingxian's battle team, Lin Bei hoped that all the sisters could get along. That way, Qin Feng wouldn't have to worry. Su Xiatian was happily playing with the children of the medicine village. She had become the leader of the dolls, and the children followed behind her. Su Qiuyu and Li Yuqin weren't there. Recently, Su Qin Pharmaceuticals had been developing rapidly. Su Qiuyu was busy merging with the Liang family's business in the provincial capital and expanding offline channels. Li Yuqin was also busy with Royal Group. After everyone discussed, Li Yuqin decided to move Royal Group's main base to Hero City. Qin Feng had already taken the beauties and the villagers of the medicine village to play by the beach. Elder Bai and Su Hao Nan were playing together. Both of them were old men, so they were playing chess and chatting under a parasol. Su Hao Nan had finally found a playmate. Hua Yan's younger siblings had stayed in the medicine village since they were young. Elder Hua was worried about the children's safety, so he didn't let them go to school. Elder Hua taught the children all sorts of knowledge and also trained them to become qualified pharmacists. These children had never gone out to play in their lives. Now that they were by the beach, they were all crazy with joy. After playing for a while, Su Qiuyu had arranged lunch and called everyone to eat. Under a row of parasols by the beach, there was a dozen or so meters of buffet food. There were fruits, drinks, seafood, steaks, cold dishes, and other staple foods. Everyone gathered around and ate whatever they liked. The children from the medicine village felt like it was the new year today. They hadn't been this happy for a long time. Qin Feng, thank you. Hua Yin walked to Qin Feng's side with a glass of red wine and looked at him tenderly. Hua Yin was very touched by what Qin Feng had done. Seeing her younger siblings and grandpa so happy, Hua Yin was so happy that she wanted to cry. You're my woman. You don't have to thank me. Grandpa, my brother, and sister will stay in Hero City from now on. When the school is ready, the kids will be able to go to school. You can study in Jindu University. I'll help you with your revenge. Hua Yan's beautiful eyes became misty. Qin Feng pulled her into his arms and said, You're my woman. There's nothing to thank me for. Hua Yan was trying hard not to cry because it was a time of joy. However, after hearing Qin Feng's words, she couldn't help but shed 2 drops of happy and sweet tears. Qin Feng wiped away Hua Yan's tears and clinked glasses with her. Come, drink with me. Hua Yan didn't usually like to drink, but she drank the wine in one gulp. Then, she hugged Qin Feng's waist tightly and didn't want to let go. During the meal, Bai Qing and the other beauties didn't cause trouble for Hua Yan. In fact, they had already accepted Qin Feng's other women. They were just bored and bickering with each other. This was the only way to have fun in life. The beauties liked the children of the medicine village very much. They turned into caring big sisters and cut steaks and peeled fruits for the children. They even carefully wiped the children's mouths to prevent oil stains from getting on their clothes. The meal was very happy. Even Su Haonan and Elder Hua couldn't stop laughing. Seeing so many cute children in the medicine village, Su Haonan glanced at Xia Xia and Qin Feng from time to time. He wanted to hug his grandson. AA 2705221. Chapter 8:15. After lunch, the children were tired after eating and drinking. They wanted to sleep with drowsy eyes. Lin Bei Bei, Zhao Lingxian, and the other women each took 2 children to their rooms to rest. Qin Feng sat with Elder Hua under the parasol. Su Haonan drank too much and was sent back to his room to rest. Qin Feng, I don't know how to thank you. I'm relieved to see Yin Yin and the others so happy. Elder Hua's face was full of vicissitudes. He had taken care of the 23 grandchildren of the Hua family by himself for 10 years. Only he knew how hard it was to be a father and a mother. However, this was nothing. Elder Hua was most worried about the children's safety. Now that everyone had moved to Hero City, Elder Hua could finally relax for the first time in 10 years. Elder Hua, you don't have to be so courteous with me. You're Hua Yan's grandfather, so you're also my grandfather. Just stay in Hero City with everyone, Qin Feng said with a smile. Elder Hua looked at Qin Feng with admiration and nodded repeatedly. I have a suggestion. I'd like to buy a piece of land in Hero City and turn it into a large-scale herb garden, just like the one you saw in the herb village. Do you think it's possible? Elder Hua stayed because he wanted to discuss this with Qin Feng. Elder Hua had been an alchemist his whole life. He had planted flowers and plants his whole life. Alchemy and spiritual herbs were deeply ingrained in his bones. He didn't want to give up his talent. Of course, if you didn't mention this, I would have liked to talk to you. Qin Feng immediately expressed his approval. It was very beneficial for Elder Hua to build a great herb garden in Hero City. Qin Feng had been to the herb village personally. The spiritual energy in the herb village was richer than the outer area of Devil Beast Mountain. Ever since Qin Feng started cultivating ancient martial arts, he hoped that his women and friends could cultivate as well. Not only could it strengthen their bodies, but it was also rumored that once they broke through to the true energy stage, their lifespan would increase by a lot. Qin Feng loved the women around him very much. He wanted to live with them for a very long time. That's fine. I'll move all of the spirit grasses and spirit pearls from the herb village here in the next few days. When the time comes, you just have to help me with the whole plot of land. Elder Hua didn't bother being polite with Qin Feng and spoke straightforwardly. By the way, Elder Hua, I have recently established Suqin Pharmaceutical. Now Suqin Pharmaceutical's main products are whitening cream and gold sore medicine. I am preparing to launch several products suitable for martial artists in the future. I hope Elder Hua can cooperate with Suqin Pharmaceutical in the future and help them develop. Elder Hua treated Qin Feng as one of his own, and Qin Feng treated Elder Hua as his own grandfather. Thus, Elder Hua went straight to the point and planned for the future. Suqin Pharmaceutical is your company? Huh? No wonder. Elder Hua was slightly startled and suddenly laughed. Qin Feng didn't expect that even Elder Hua knew about Suqin Pharmaceutical. Old man, don't tell me you've also used whitening cream and gold sore medicine? What do you think of the effects? Qin Feng asked. Elder Hua rolled his eyes at Qin Feng and said with a chuckle, "You stinking brat. Why would an old man like me use whitening cream? Isn't that used by virgins? However, I really bought a bottle of gold sore medicine and studied it. Your gold sore medicine is very magical. There are a few main ingredients that I can't even analyze. By the way, what medicinal ingredients did you use as a catalyst? Why is the price so low? Aren't you losing money?" Suqin Pharmaceutical has set off a craze in the Chinese martial world during this period of time. Old Hua also heard that Suqin Pharmaceutical's gold sore medicine was comparable to the healing pills sold by the St. Medicine Hall, but the price was 100 times cheaper, so Old Hua bought a bottle to study. In the end, even he, the sect leader of the pill faction, couldn't completely understand the formula of the gold sore medicine. Qin Feng was a little embarrassed. He didn't study the formula. It was directly obtained from the system. Since it was related to the system, Qin Feng couldn't explain it to Elder Hua. After a moment of hesitation, Qin Feng's eyes lit up. "Elder Hua, I didn't study the formula. It was given to me by a friend. My friend is also here. Do you want me to ask him to come over?" "That would be great. I really want to talk to your friend." Elder Hua was a fan of alchemy and medicinal ingredients. When he heard that there was an alchemy expert in Hero City, he stood up in excitement. With a thought, Qin Feng released Hua Tuo from a kilometer away. He took out his phone and pretended to make a call. Not long after, Hua Tuo, who was wearing a gray robe and straw sandals, slowly walked over. Elder Hua's gaze fell on Hua Tuo, and the expression in his eyes changed constantly. As an alchemy expert, Elder Hua could tell that Hua Tuo was an expert among experts with just a glance. This was a feeling. If one had to delve deeper, it would be a man's sixth sense. "Little friend Qin Feng, why are you looking for me?" Qin Feng had already informed Hua Tuo through his thoughts, so Hua Tuo no longer called Qin Feng master. "Elder Hua, allow me to introduce you. This is Hua Tuo. Senior Hua Tuo. This is Elder Hua." "Hua Tuo? Are you the divine physician Hua Tuo?" Elder Hua could no longer remain calm. He jumped up with a whoosh. In fact, the Hua family was a branch of the divine pill sect that Hua Tuo founded. The Hua family did not have the surname Hua, but to show respect to Hua Tuo, they used the homonym Hua as their surname. The divine pill sect was also based on the divine pill sect. In China, only the divine physician Hua Tuo dared to use the word divine pill. Brother Hua, you must be joking. Hua Tuo is around 1,800 years old. How can I be Hua Tuo? Then I'm going to become an immortal." Hua Tuo stroked his white beard and smiled. There was no flaw in his smile. Qin Feng almost believed that he was not Hua Tuo. I was too excited and made a fool of myself. "Brother Hua, please take a seat. I heard from Qin Feng that you came up with the formula for the golden sore medicine. I have a lot of questions to ask you, Brother Hua." "I came up with the formula. I'm happy to discuss it with you, Brother Hua." The two old men in the field of alchemy sat together and chatted. Hua Tuo was obviously much better than Elder Hua. With just a few words, he could solve the profound questions that Elder Hua couldn't figure out for decades. Qin Feng was relieved when he saw the two old men having fun. When he remembered that Elder Hua was going to build a herbal manor in Hero City, Qin Feng decided to keep Hua Tuo in Hero City. It would be more beneficial to the development of Hero City. Qin Feng stayed in Hero City for a day before he rushed to the provincial capital to deal with some matters. Before he left, Qin Feng asked Hua Tuo to join the Hero Alliance. Hua Tuo's inner chi had reached great perfection. After he joined the Hero Alliance, a dragon's roar came from the dragon ranking, and Hua Tuo's name appeared on the ranking. There were 6 members in the Hero Alliance. Li Xingtian hadn't reached stage 6 inner chi yet, so his name was still hidden. He was a candidate disciple. Hua Yin, Yun Zhe, Ouyang Feng, Shimen Chue Xue, and Hua Tuo were official disciples of the Hero Alliance. The side mission of Founding Ancestor required Qin Feng to recruit 10 Stage 6 Inner Chi disciples and above. Now that Qin Feng had recruited 5 of them, he could complete the mission as soon as possible. Soaring Cloud Mansion in the provincial capital. When Yin Wushuang heard that Xiao Feng had returned, she immediately organized a celebration party. The celebration party could have been held a long time ago, but Qin Feng had been absent for the past 2 days. Therefore, everyone waited for him to return before they started the celebration party. Xiao Feng's reputation in the dragon sect was getting more and more famous. He had already surpassed Lu Yunyun, Lei Ming, and the other team leaders. Even Exploding Bear, the leader of the Earth group, and Flying Bird, the leader of the Heaven group, were not as famous as Qin Feng. Qin Feng's fame was comparable to that of the 9 dragons and 5 tigers. A representative from the 12 peaks attended the celebration party, and the team leaders of the Heaven, Earth, Mystic, and Yellow groups came to congratulate them. Exploding Bear and Flying Bird didn't attend the Hong Kong Black Money mission, so it would be inappropriate if they didn't attend this time. Qin Feng and Yin Wushuang had been praised and recorded 3 times in the past 2 months. Lu Bingbing, who had just joined the Dragon Sect for less than 10 days, also received her first contribution. She became one of the main characters of the celebration party. Because of Xiao Feng's addition, the Huang group, which had always been looked down upon, had a huge change in their position in the Dragon Sect. Not to mention the Xian group. Now, even the Heaven group and Earth group would not casually provoke the Huang group. After the representatives from the 12 peaks finished recording their contributions, they entered the dinner party. Everyone was having a good time eating and drinking. Many people were secretly staring at the 2 beauties, Yin Wushuang and Lu Bingbing. Unfortunately, these 2 beauties were already taken. They were the women that Xiao Feng fancied, so no one dared to provoke them. Instructor Yin, did the people of the Verdant Sect confess? How did they settle the matter? Qin Feng held a glass of red wine and walked to Yin Wushuang, who was sitting in the corner. Yin Wushuang sat there quietly, waiting for Qin Feng to come to her. Yin Wushuang was a proud and aloof queen, so she wouldn't lower herself to pester Qin Feng. Zhang Ye interrogated the people of the Verdant Sect for 48 hours, but they didn't say anything. Moreover, they are just small fries of the Verdant Sect, so they don't know the location of the Verdant Sect's main base. Yin Wushuang was wearing a black silk evening gown, and she had light makeup on her face. She took a sip of red wine with her bright red lips and continued. The Dragon Sect and the Martial Art Alliance have announced that the disciples of the Verdant Sect are wanted all over the country. Anyone who is able to capture the disciples of the Verdant Sect and hand them over to the Dragon Sect or the Martial Art Alliance will be rewarded handsomely. As a major evil sect, the Verdant Sect had always been hated by the righteous sects in the martial arts world. The Martial Art Alliance had issued a bounty for the people of the Verdant Sect, and the mission to kill Taoist Rakshasa was issued by the Martial Art Alliance. Knowing that Li Xiao Jie's whereabouts couldn't be found in a short time, Qin Feng felt somewhat depressed. Li Xiao Jie had been resurrected twice and dissected into a grotesque state, but he was still able to become stronger. Qin Feng was even more curious about Li Xiao Jie's situation. After chatting with Yin Wushuang for a while, Qin Feng hurriedly went to look for Lu Bingbing because he could feel Lu Bingbing's icy gaze from time to time. Bingbing, you're really awesome. You've just joined the Dragon Sect, and you've already made a great contribution. Qin Feng praised Lu Bingbing as soon as he arrived. This was his usual way of picking up girls. Lu Bingbing was actually very happy. She had dreamed of joining the Dragon Sect since she was young. and now her dream had come true. Moreover, it was because of Qin Feng that Lu Bingbing was able to make a great contribution this time. However, Lu Bingbing hid her emotions. Her expression was as cold as frost. She glared at Qin Feng angrily and did not speak to him. Qin Feng naturally reached out his hand and wrapped it around Lu Bingbing's slender waist. Lu Bingbing resisted a few times, but in the end, she pretended that she did not see it. "I saw you chatting with that Yin woman just now. Why did you come to look for me?" Lu Bingbing was a little jealous. Her jealous look was too charming. Qin Feng tightened his grip, and Lu Bingbing's upper body leaned into Qin Feng's embrace. "Instructor Yin is only my female confidant. You're my sweetheart." Qin Feng smirked. Lu Bingbing secretly stepped on Qin Feng's foot with her high heels and said coldly, "So you're saying that I can do it even if she can't?" Bingbing is so smart. Qin Feng had just finished speaking when he felt a pain in his waist. He hurriedly changed his words. What did I say? I didn't say anything." "Go to hell. I'll do it for you." AA 2705221. Chapter 816. Qin Feng spent the rest of the time with Lu Bingbing. The two of them hid in a corner and flirted with each other, which made the dragon sect members' hearts itch. Yin Wushuang glanced at Qin Feng from time to time. When she saw Qin Feng touching Lu Bingbing's thighs, she wished she could throw a dozen daggers at him. However, Lu Bingbing had just broken through to Stage 5 Inner Qi and had yet to reach Stage 6 Inner Qi. Her name on the Phoenix ranking was as dark as Li Xingtian's name on the Dragon ranking. Even after she joined the Hero Alliance, there was no Phoenix cry. When the celebration banquet came to an end, Qin Feng bade farewell to Lu Bingbing and left the soaring cloud mansion. He needed to go to St. Medic Hall since Ren Xiao Yao had taken a lot of his pills. "Xiao Feng." Yin Wushuang's voice came from behind Qin Feng as soon as he stepped out of the door. "Instructor Yin, I left in a hurry because I had something to attend to. I forgot to say goodbye to you. Did you miss me? Why don't we have a goodbye kiss?" Qin Feng leaned toward Yin Wushuang. When he was less than 20 centimeters away from her, he stopped abruptly. A dagger appeared in Yin Wushuang's hand, and she held it between the two of them. "Don't disgust me. Who wants to kiss you? Just thinking about it makes me want to vomit." Yin Wushuang always said one thing, but meant another. Moreover, Qin Feng had been flirting with Lu Bingbing throughout the banquet. Yin Wushuang wouldn't be nice to Qin Feng. "I'm just kidding. Now that I'm someone with a high status in the Dragon sect, I'll have to think twice even if Instructor Yin wants to have an affair with me." Qin Feng and Yin Wushuang bickered from the beginning to the end of the mission. It had become a habit for Qin Feng to tease Yin Wushuang whenever he saw her. Yin Wushuang was at a disadvantage every time. She gnashed her teeth in anger. "I'm not in the mood to talk nonsense with you. I'm here to talk to you about something serious. The duel between you and Zilong is coming. Zilong will fight you at the top of the cliff tomorrow at 7 p.m. Yin Wushuang's voice suddenly turned serious, and the smile on Qin Feng's face disappeared. Recently, Qin Feng had been so busy that he had forgotten about the duel between Zilong and Zilong. A month passed in the blink of an eye, and the duel would be held tomorrow night. 7 o'clock? I usually haven't eaten at this time. What should I do? The atmosphere was silent for a long time before Qin Feng's laughter broke the silence. Yin Wushuang rolled her eyes and almost fainted from anger. "Qin Feng, can you be more serious? That's the purple dragon Su Xiaodian we're talking about. Do you really want to die?" Yin Wushuang was so angry that she shouted Qin Feng's real name. During this period of time, Yin Wushuang couldn't eat or sleep well because she was more worried about this battle than Qin Feng. Although Yin Wushuang had witnessed Qin Feng's strength and estimated that Qin Feng had reached Stage 9 Inner Qi, she didn't think that Qin Feng would be able to defeat Zilong. After all, Zilong was one of the strongest in China. Although she was angry, Qin Feng could see through Yin Wushuang's emotions. "Wushuang, tell me, what else can I do? Do I have any leeway to escape from this battle?" Qin Feng was unusually serious. When he was serious, it always made people feel uneasy because it meant that something serious had happened. Yin Wushuang's ice-cold expression gradually softened, leaving only worry in her eyes. Qin Feng was right. Do I have any leeway to escape from this battle? Yin Wushuang clenched her teeth and said, why don't you run to another country? The further you go, the better. I'll stay in the Dragon Gate and keep watch for you. Even she herself was shocked by what she said. Qin Feng suddenly reached out his hand and gently pulled Yin Wushuang into his arms. Yin Wushuang was about to resist when Qin Feng's gentle voice drifted into her ears. Just let me hug you for a while. Maybe you won't see me again at this time tomorrow night. Yin Wushuang's delicate body trembled, and she stopped struggling. Her eyes became empty. She hesitated for a moment before she took the initiative to get into Qin Feng's arms. Listen to me and leave tonight. I've already arranged an escape route for you. You can leave any time you want after you pack your luggage. Yin Wushuang's voice suddenly became firm. She knew that Qin Feng would definitely die if he fought the Purple Dragon sect tomorrow night. But if he ran away, he might still have a chance to live. Yin Wushuang joined the Dragon sect at a very young age. She had always been loyal to the Dragon sect. She had never thought of betraying the Dragon sect. However, at this moment, Yin Wushuang didn't know why she betrayed the Dragon sect so easily and stood on Qin Feng's side. Qin Feng suddenly hugged Yin Wushuang tightly. This one was really adorable. She was worried about him, but she pretended to be cold and heartless. Qin Feng really wanted to take off her clothes and see her breasts. What was the shape of her heart? I can't leave. What will you do if I leave? Qin Feng's voice was firm. His words made Yin Wushuang feel like she was electrocuted. A warm electric current surged through her body. Yin Wushuang didn't expect Qin Feng to stay for her. Of course, Qin Feng only said half of what he wanted to say. As for my family, friends, other women, the Qin family's business, and Hero City, what about my past? What about my mother? What about Su Ruoro and Han Ying? Qin Feng was too embarrassed to say these words out loud. Qin Feng, are you sure you can defeat Zilong? Yin Wushuang knew Qin Feng couldn't change his mind once he made up his mind. She could only pray that Qin Feng could defeat Su Xiaodian. I can't say for sure, but Su Xiaodian wants to kill me. It won't be that easy. I'll skin him alive. Qin Feng had no confidence in winning the death match because he didn't know the true strength of China's 9 dragons. He was still at a loss when it came to Stage 9 Inner Qi. To prevent Yin Wushuang from worrying, Qin Feng changed the topic and added Yin Wushuang to the Hero Alliance. Yin Wushuang's strength was at Stage 7 Inner Qi. She met the requirement of the Founder mission. A phoenix cry sounded in Qin Feng's mind. Yin Wushuang's golden name appeared on the Hero Alliance's Phoenix ranking. After chatting with Yin Wushuang for a while, Qin Feng said goodbye to her and rushed to the Saint Medic. Qin Feng would definitely die if he fought Su Xiaodian with his current strength. He had to consume the spirit-raising pill and the diamond pill tonight to see if he could break through to Stage 9 Inner Qi. As long as he reached Stage 9 Inner Qi, Qin Feng was confident that he could fight Su Xiaodian. Even if he couldn't defeat Su Xiaodian, he could at least protect himself. By the time Qin Feng arrived at the Saint Medic, the sky was already dark. There was no day or night in Martial Artist Town. Most of the shops were still open. Many martial artists who had completed their missions were strolling on the streets. Some of them were here to pick out weapons and buy pills. Qin Feng rushed to the entrance of the Saint Medic. Just as he was about to enter the shop, a beautiful figure appeared in front of him. Qin Feng slammed into the person's chest, but it was too late. Duan. Qin Feng felt himself being pushed back a few steps, and he heard a familiar scream. Ouch! My breasts are going to break. One is big, and the other is small. Aw! Xiao Feng, it's you again. You did it on purpose, didn't you? Qin Feng bumped into Xiao Yao's chest every time he bumped into her. Most importantly, it was purely a coincidence. Qin Feng didn't do it on purpose. Xiao Yao, do you have the diamond pill, ascending spirit pill, and violent demon pill? Qin Feng didn't have time to bicker with Xiao Yao. He only had one day and one night left to break through to Stage 9 Inner Qi. If he couldn't reach Stage 9 Inner Qi, He would have to go to the peak of the broken cliff mountain at 7 o'clock sharp tomorrow night. Ah? What, golden eggs? Divine eggs? Baby eggs? I don't know what you're talking about. Rin Xiaoyao looked at Qin Feng innocently. Her acting was so good that Qin Feng was so angry that he laughed. Xiaoyao, why are you still pretending? Did you hide the pills in your chest? I want to touch them. Qin Feng reached out his hand to touch them. Xiaoyao screamed in fright. There were 4 guards in the Saint Medic. When they saw that someone dared to bully Xiaoyao, they immediately charged at her with their swords. You bastard! You're courting death! This is the first time I've seen someone who dares to cause trouble in the Saint Medic. Young miss, go back to your room. We'll chop this bastard up and feed him to the dogs. The 4 guards were all stage 6 enrich experts. They glared at Qin Feng like tigers watching their prey. Although Xiaoyao was unwilling to hand over the grade 6 golden pill, Qin Feng was the benefactor of the Saint Medic. She couldn't allow her subordinates to be rude to Qin Feng. What are you guys doing? Back off. Are you trying to rebel? He's my boyfriend. We're just fooling around. Do you know what flirting is? I can tell that you're single dogs. There's no more dog food for you tonight. Rin Xiaoyao's temper was still very fierce. She scolded the 4 guards until they were bleeding their heads. When the 4 guards found out that Qin Feng was Xiaoyao's boyfriend, they retreated in fear. They regretted their actions so much that their intestines turned green. Big brother Xiao Feng, look at me. I'll help you teach those ignorant fellows a lesson. Let's consider our previous matters written off. Boo-hoo, it's already so late, I'm sleepy. I'm going back to sleep. Rin Little Demon stretched her waist and turned around to walk into the Saint Medic Hall. Qin Feng pulled her into his embrace and didn't let go. Rin Xiaoyao struggled with all her might, but she couldn't break free from Qin Feng's embrace. Hey, why are you 4 single dogs still standing there? Come and save me. Helpless. Rin Xiaoyao began to call for help from the 4 guards. One of the 4 guards was about to come over, but the other 3 quickly pulled him back. Are you stupid? Miss Xiao said that's her boyfriend. This is called flirting. A single dog like you won't understand it. Hurry up and learn. The guard who was pulled back was enlightened. He quickly thanked the other 3 guards. The 4 of them stood still and ignored Xiaoyao's pleas like statues. Rin Xiaoyao's voice was hoarse from all the shouting. She was so angry that smoke was coming out of her head. She had already decided to fire the 4 stupid guards. Big brother Xiao Feng, don't hug me. It's not good. It's not good for everyone. Rin Xiaoyao began to act coquettishly when she realized she couldn't escape. Qin Feng placed his hand on Rin Xiaoyao's shoulder and stopped her from running away. Xiaoyao, Saint Medic won the first place in this year's Elixir Conference. For the next 3 years, you'll still be the #1 pharmacy in China. You'll earn a lot of money and have a supreme reputation. I've helped you so much, and you're still trying to renege on the elixirs? Rin Xiaoyao was embarrassed by Qin Feng's words. She took out a bunch of medicine bottles and stuffed them into Qin Feng's hands. All right. These are all the elixirs we got from the Elixir Conference. I'll give them all to you, okay? Qin Feng was slightly stunned. He didn't expect Rin Xiaoyao, who valued elixirs as much as her life, to suddenly become so generous. Qin Feng let go of Rin Xiaoyao and began to look for the 3 6th-grade golden elixirs. He was so angry that his face darkened. Xiaoyao, stop right there. Are you treating me like a trash can? You gave me a bunch of 1st-grade elixirs, but I didn't even see a 2nd-grade elixir. AA2705221, that you're tuning in to the Romance Rendezvous YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.